Tonight, on the Midnight Train podcast, Evan has apparently been kidnapped and we discuss all things Guillermo Del Toro. No, chef. Not Benicio Del Toro. That's a different guy. You know, the epic director behind such great movies as Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy and so many more. So, grab a drink, take your seat and turn it up to 11. Warning, we say things like go Browns. Fuck the haters. And all I want for Christmas is a fucking vaccine. All aboard.
Hello, passengers, and welcome to episode 79 of the Midnight Train podcast, where we bring the dark to light. What's that mean? Well, we make fun of a joke about creepy shit while bringing you as much information on each topic as possible. I am your host, the conductor of the cryptic, Jonathan Sayer, and with me, as always, is my co-host, the one and only, he's back, Jeff Pitchko.
Hi.
How are you, buddy?
Terrible, as usual.
Why are you so terrible?
I haven't passed my kidney stone yet. It's hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, that stone just does not want to go away.
I think it's made out of Flex Seal. It's like on the inner wall of my bladder and just hanging, hanging out, seeing what goes through
for dear life.
I'm tired of it, man. It's been like 3 weeks now.
Is this the longest one that you've had to deal with?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And I have to pee like every second, but I don't pee. It's like the sensation of having to pee every second. It's terrible.
That's 40 for you, right?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know. What's Justin? He had one. He was mentioning on the Facebook page, 7mm. Dude, that's insane. So like the biggest one I've ever had was like the first one. It was like 3mm. 7 is just, I think I'd rather just eat a bullet, to be honest with you. Sorry, Justin, but I would not. I couldn't do it. 7mm. Think about that. That's like a huge peanut M&M. And that's got to travel through your body and out the wazoo.
Ugh. And of course, guess who else is with us today? It's the one and only Mr. Moody.
Not on the run.
Huh?
He's not on the run.
He's not on the run anymore.
No, we've come to an agreement.
Oh,
where I'm good for now.
Did it cost money?
Not.
It costed souls.
Yeah, not cash money, but different forms of payment.
Wait, please go on.
Nope, not going on. That's it.
Was it an alley in the back of a car?
The important thing is the band is back together.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
bring the band back.
That's right.
They can't hold us down.
That's right. Well,
kidney stones, COVID, you name it. Bring it on. CIA.
Right. Well, you beautiful bunch of amazing dark passengers out there know that we are just three musicians and assholes that love history and can't get enough of the mysterious. We want you all to know how much it means to us that you're listening right now. Your reviews and support really do make all the hard work worthwhile. And in saying that, please stop over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening right now and give us a 5-star review. It helps for some reason. I'm not really sure, but just go in there and do that. It's awesome. You can leave any review you like. You can also find us on Spotify and iHeartRadio by typing the Midnight Train podcast in their search bar and clicking the follow button. You'll then get each episode as they are released. And Patreon subscribers will be getting a bonus on who, Moody?
Well, it started off as a Paul Mueller bonus because we mentioned him in our last episode as being a prime suspect in the Hinterkaifeck murders. But upon looking, there isn't really a whole lot about the man himself. So what I decided to do is it is going to be about the Villisca axe murders and Paul Mueller as well. So it's kind of a double whammy because basically the Villisca axe murders were what brought Paul Mueller's name kind of into everything. So we're going to talk about the axe murders.
Bigfoot with an axe? Like he put on a Bigfoot costume and that's where that came from?
Well, they never figured out who did it. It could have been. So they decide. Amazing. So that's the research on that kind of led to this Paul Mueller guy becoming suspect and a bunch of other stuff. So we're going to talk about the murders and the Paul Mueller a little bit as far as how he kind of became a suspect. So,
sounds pretty awesome.
It's pretty
to
good.
Me.
It's pretty interesting. It's fun.
I'm actually pretty excited about that, to be honest. So make sure you Patreon subscribers out there.
Are cool as hell. So It's a fun little episode.
Cool. So make sure you guys are signing up. Just do that over at patreon.com/the Midnight Train Podcast. And, you guys can check it out, or you can go to our website at themidnighttrainpodcast.com, and you can click on the little thing on the very top of the page, and you'll be swooped away.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's that easy.
It is that easy.
Guys, what are you waiting for? Like, what's your excuse? If you're listening and you're not Patreon,
Whisked away, if you will.
yeah,
Whisked.
you could probably do it on your phone, right?
Absolutely.
God, technology.
So now listen, normally this is the part where we, have a drink pop for everybody. But first and foremost, Jeff, who is been having a hell of a time, he doesn't have a computer at the moment.
No, that's right. I forgot about that too.
Yeah. His computer
We know
crashed.
sound effects.
Yeah,
Wow.
so, yeah.
Some. Yeah, my computer died just randomly. Just to, it is 2020. So
Yeah. And not only that, but since we are doing this little video up here, and since we did get banned in New Zealand, I figured maybe we stay away from the copyright stuff for right now, just in case.
We just need to get beer that is in a gray can that just says beer around it.
Beer.
how did we do we figure out how we got banned in New Zealand, by the way?
Because the song. I'm pretty
What
sure
song
it
was
the
it?
song.
Land Down Under.
Land Down Under.
It was probably a copyright thing.
Out of all the fucking songs, 79 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's the
79
first-
songs.
Yeah.
That's the one song that
And
doesn't-
only in New Zealand.
I'll get a hold of Mushmouth. We need a new version.
So apparently they just don't like.
Maybe one of the guys from Men at Work listened and was like,
maybe.
wait a
Or
minute.
he just sits on the
What
internet
the fuck?
all day, like looking up his song to see who's using it.
That's not right.
Yeah. Lost 5 cents to me and my
The
dingo.
funny thing, dude, actually, if anyone's interested, speaking of, since we brought that song up, if you can find the original version of that song on online, it is completely different
No way.
than the song that everybody knows. It's
Before it
it's-
hit a producer.
It's like almost like reggae. It's fucking killer, dude. It's
Really?
really good.
Killer.
leave
bro.
it to producers to ruin everything.
So in the meantime, let's dim the lights. Let's adjust our seats. Grab a drink if you got one out there. And let's
wanna hum
get
something?
spooky. What do you want to hum?
I don't know what would be fitting for
I don't
this
even think,
episode.
what do we got for this?
I don't know. What's
What's
a good
the
one?
theme to Pan's Labyrinth? You want me to do it? I'll do it.
I don't. Go ahead. What is
Okay,
it?
ready?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is me fading it down right now.
All right. And that's the theme.
Kick you? I'm
That's
sorry,
the
did I
thing.
just kick you, John?
I think so. It's
Playing
fine.
footsies?
Yeah, I think so. So now we're talking about the one and only Guillermo Del Toro.
Excuse me?
Benicio Del Toro. I'm just
Oh.
kidding. It's Guillermo Del Toro.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
I knew it.
I pressed the wrong button. New button configuration.
Oh,
it's
no.
all right here. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should
So
look
if
at
we
it.
need, because I got rid of that one, so it's more like this.
There we go.
No, we needed an
the-
applause or a rim shot is what we need.
Yeah, the rim shot got whatever. Anyways,
You know, there's like 6 banks, dude.
I know. That's why you're gonna start doing this again
I know. I don't know why you took it away from me.
because you weren't here.
You were running in the woods like
Point.
Harrison
Good
Ford.
point. That's fine. That's
All
That's fine.
So quotes. I cannot pontificate about it.
Ooh.
But by the time I'm done, I will have done one movie, and it's all the movies I want. People say, I like your Spanish movies more than I like your English language movies because they are not as personal. And I go, fuck, you're wrong. Hellboy is as personal to me as Pan's Labyrinth. They're tonally different, and yes, of course, you can like one more than the other. The other one may seem banal or whatever it is you don't like, but it's really part of the same movie. You make one movie. Hitchcock did one movie all his life, end quote. And that was Guillermo
Did
Del
he
Toro.
really do one movie, The Birds?
He means that it's all basically
It's
one,
all one thing.
movie
Oh,
because it's all
okay.
from the same person.
It's a concept.
Dude, he's a quote fucking machine.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some good stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
And he doesn't like pull punches either. He's not
Is
afraid.
he like a druggie or an alcoholic or anything?
Not at all. Not that I could find.
No,
anyways.
he's just a badass dude. So let's find out
He
a little
doesn't
more
give a
about
fuck
him.
what you think.
So Del Toro was born in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. That's would it be Jalisco?
I don't know, but Jalisco is isn't that the drinks? Don't they make like the like no? Pretty sure
I'll
they
have to
make
ask
like
Davey.
I think
He
it's
would know.
Jalisco.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
He's probably listening to this like, you guys are fucking idiots right now.
You guys are ruining my country.
He already knows that, though.
5 minutes in.
Yeah, I already knows that.
Yeah.
So it's the son of Guadalupe Gomez and Federico Del Toro Torres, an automotive entrepreneur, both of whom are of Spanish descent. He was raised in a strict Catholic household. Del Toro studied at the Centro de Investigación y Estudios Cinematográficos.
That's like the channels when you channel surf at night and you hit the Spanish channel and they're like,
I just like listening to you with your accents.
I
and
did
stuff.
it again. That's fucking
Jesus,
yeah. That's
dude.
me. I listen to this for a while.
buttons
So.
and buttons and buttons.
So this is the University at Guadalajara. Having a taste for the macabre at an early age, of course he did, Del Toro decorated his family home with decidedly spooky elements. Del Toro loves monsters. He claims that monsters used to crowd into his room at night, and he made a pact with them. If they let him go to the washroom, he'd be their friend for life.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's pretty amazing.
That's intense.
That's how he got his love of monsters.
Yeah,
right there.
like you're a little kid and you're just like, man, I really gotta pee.
Yeah.
Monster under my bed, please let me pee. Yeah, that's what happened. And
It's kind of how I feel right now.
but you actually
Except
want
the monster is inside of me.
yeah, you want to pee now.
Yeah.
Well, his little pact, it actually worked. And Del Toro says, to this day, monsters are the thing I love most. Del Toro liked monsters so much as a child that his Catholic grandmother, fearing for his soul, performed a real-life exorcism on him. And when that didn't work, she actually performed a second one.
Can you do
I thought
a
that was
Spanish
crazy.
old lady?
Can I do a Spanish
I know we can
one?
do old ladies. Can you do a Spanish old lady?
I like to do a, oh, no.
no, not Consuela.
No, Misa Simpson, no.
Simpson.
I don't know where Simpson came from, but whatever.
They're all the
That's a
same.
completely
as far
different
as-
show.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. So Del Toro considers himself a book person, first and foremost, and there were two books that shaped his universe as a child. One was an encyclopedia of health, which led to an obsession with anatomy, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And the other, an encyclopedia
It shows though.
of art. That's pretty cool, though.
Shows the anatomy thing shows the
Oh,
way
yeah.
like a lot of his characters, the way they're
So he just sat in his room as a kid reading the encyclopedia.
Yeah.
of health.
And look what he's doing now.
He made 2 movies.
He made more than 2 movies, and we're going to talk about them later.
According to him,
Yeah.
he only made one.
He only
movie.
made one.
Oh, that's right.
right. Yeah. So when Del Toro was about 8 years old, he began experimenting with his father's Super 8 camera, making short films with Planet of the Apes toys and other objects, which I can just imagine like raw, die,
It's like stop motion shit.
Yeah. So
Danny got the kids into that on their phone. They made little with Rex's
the stop motion
with
shit?
Rex's superhero toys. They made a couple little.
That's awesome.
Did anybody else find, like, when you were younger, that the Planet of the Apes was really freaky?
Yeah.
Just the way they, like, functioned and looked.
Yeah,
I love that they can make actual like vowel sounds and stuff like that, but their mouths look like Muppets when they talk.
They look like the Canadians from fucking.
Hey guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just fucking flat.
They come
mouth,
riding
like-
up on the horse on
Yeah.
the beach. Like, is it heron? I don't know. Is it? Let's check it.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like their mouths just
Like,
went
what is going on?
Yeah. It's freaking crazy. So one short focused on a serial killer potato,
Oh, that's a
Yeah, dude.
which is
that's
pretty
a golden.
amazing.
Why didn't he make that movie?
He should have.
I guess I don't know if it's in there. I don't know if I put it in there, but it was basically like he had it like it was his family was in the movie too. Like it killed his mom and dad and his
The
sister.
potato?
Yeah.
That's so awesome. So with ambitions of world domination. So that's an amazing potato.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It murdered Del Toro's
there you
mother
go. There
and
you go.
brothers before stepping outside and being crushed by a car. Oh, what a sad
awesome,
end to the
dude.
potato.
I want to see that shit.
Absolutely. Del Toro made about 10 short films before his first feature, including one titled Matilda, but only the last 2, Dona Lope and Geometria, have been made available.
Seen them both.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on
I forgot
Hulu.
this
Without
guy's back.
without subtitles
Yeah.
too.
It's on Hulu.
This fucking guy's back. I forgot all about that. So he wrote 4 episodes and directed 5 episodes of the cult series La Hora Macarda, along with other Mexican filmmakers such as Emmanuel Lubezki and Alfonso Cuarón. I'm probably fucking those names up, so
That's
I
the Mexican
apologize.
Star Trek, by the way.
What
The Mexican Star Trek.
is what?
The first one you read. That's Mexican Star Trek. They had like their own Star Trek over there. I swear to God, ask Davey. He'll
La
tell
Hora
you.
Macarda?
Yeah, that's
Is
Star
that it?
Trek in Mexico.
It means like isn't that something about hours? La Hora?
I don't know. I have no
You're
idea.
spending a lot of hours on the U.S. Actually, it's the MEX Enterprise.
That's pretty funny. So, Del Toro got his first big break when he made Kronos in 1993, and which I've never seen Kronos. By
I
the
have
way,
not.
Yeah,
I have not seen that
one.
either. That's one of the.
Heard of it,
Yeah,
but I've never seen it.
yeah. So the movie about the effects of a device that confers immortality won 9 Ariel Awards from the Mexican Academy of Film, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Screenplay, and Best Original Story.
Well, how about
Yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah.
basically like their version of the Academy Awards.
It's pretty awesome. Good for him. and also received the International Critics Week Grand Prize at the Cannes Film Festival, which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big deal,
Anything you win at the Cannes Film Festival is solid, dude.
Because if you can. No one's seen that. I'll just see myself out.
We also
That
got that shit on video now, too.
We're going to get banned for that.
So Del Toro studied special effects and makeup with special effects artist Dick Smith.
Dick Smith.
Dick Smith?
What a name.
Yeah.
This is like, we have a kid last name Smith. Let's make it as plain as possible.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, everyone knows what, a dick is. I mean, just go by Richard. You know what I mean?
At the BMV. Dick Smith, your license is ready. He has to get up in front of everybody like, yeah, I'm Dick Smith.
5 different people raise their hand.
I'm surprised people still name their kids Richard, knowing that it's just going to be dick jokes for their whole life.
I haven't heard it in a long time, though. Are people? I thought everybody went to like Liam and all these stupid names. Sorry if your name's Liam, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's like
stupid names like Jeff and John. I mean,
nothing's original anymore. All the names are like, oh, this is Noel. Like, fuck is Noel?
This is my son Richard and my daughter Labia.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so
Liam. If your name is Liam, just don't follow us. Just unfollow us.
Like, I'll stop it.
There's a kid on my daughter's hockey team that I coach named Liam. So.
Of course there is. All millennials name their kids after ridiculous things. Austin. Oh, little Austin and little Liam. They're just so precious. You know what I'm saying? And then the dad's in the stands like, he's like, go Austin, get that goal. And they're like, shut up. His name is Bill. Bill. Just name him Bill.
You could send all hate mail too.
Yeah, send it to me.
It's turning into an old man grouch fest.
I'm telling you. Well, Dick Smith had been a huge influence on Del Toro throughout his life.
Their names these days.
I apologize if your name is Austin, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. So he bought Smith's makeup kit when The Exorcist came out in 1973 and applied for his makeup course in New York in 1987. He spent 10 years as a special effects makeup designer and formed his own company, Necropia. He also co-founded the Guadalajara International Film Festival. Later in his directing career, he formed his own production company, the Tequila Gang.
I like it already.
Real quick. Some trivia question for you all.
Trivia.
Oh, who is the greatest special effects artist of all time?
Ooh.
Depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ones, man.
Yeah.
I would say, what's the one that stands out the most? That's done the most popular things.
What's his name? Sam Raimi? Is that?
No,
is
he's
that,
the director.
No. Who am I
it's
thinking
the guy fucking, oh God, I can't think of his fucking name now. He's in a shitload of movies too.
Yeah, he's in like from Dusk Till
Sex
Dawn.
Machine and Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, what the hell's his
I can't
name?
think of his name.
I follow him on Instagram.
No.
And there's another guy with the last name of Nicotero that does a fucking ton of good horror shit too.
Who's the guy that used to do all like the John Carpenter shit?
So the best guy, I think, is Stan Winston. He did.
That's who?
Oh,
it is.
yeah, yeah.
Predator. He did Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah, he's
Like, he
good
did
too.
All the amazing.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty. Man, what the fuck is that guy's name?
I can't think of it now either.
Oh, he sucks.
Dick Smith.
Apparently, Dick Smith was good too.
Liam Smith.
Oh man,
What the fuck is that dude? That's bothering me now.
Yeah, definitely check that
guy's
out.
awesome too.
So in 1997, at the age of 33, Guillermo was given a $30 million budget from Miramax Films to shoot another film, Mimic.
30 million.
30 million. Mimic.
No, that was all right.
Dude, if that was
good.
me, I'd spend $8,000 on the movie and pocket the rest.
It was a solid movie.
That's why no one's
Oh,
giving you money, Jeff.
Okay,
I can
on a
make a
side
sweet
note,
movie.
don't just Google sex machine.
You wonder why they follow you.
That's not what you want there.
I'm just a love machine in the game. Oh, by the way, while you're looking that up, that sticker right there is for you.
Oh,
You get the,
thank you,
Yeah?
Maria.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Maria, thank you so much for our
Thank
stickers
you.
here. I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it.
that's going on my fucking
And
car.
Moody, you
Yeah,
want
hell
to
yeah.
show that to the camera real quick?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
Can you see it? Yeah.
What's it say, Moody?
It says West Virginia Sasquatch hunting permit.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
It's pretty badass.
No
So thank
bag
you.
limit. I can catch as many motherfuckers as I want.
I can't wait till a cop pulls you over with that on your car. He just taps on the window. He's like, hey, asshole, roll in the window.
Why is it
Thank
gotta
you.
be
Tom Savini.
Tom Savini? There it is.
Thank you, Maria. We appreciate it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
thank you
awesome,
very
man.
much
What
for
is
that.
what did you get? You got the shine?
I got the shine.
Oh.
Jeff and I got Get Your Shine On, West Virginia. I do love me
Nice.
some moonshine.
Nice.
Nom, 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 nom. It's good
Very
shit.
nice. Did we get any moonshine?
And say what? No, she did not send me moonshine. I do have some, however, upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe we'll confer during break.
Is it unlabeled?
Yes.
Bring it down here.
So after turning in a draft of his screenplay for Mimic to Miramax, the studio was not happy with how little was explained about the creatures at the center of the story and decided to commission a number of rewrites.
I didn't think it was a good movie, to be honest.
I thought it was okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
One of these...
He went through hell. You'll hear it. Dude, he went through hell to get this movie even fucking made, though.
He went through hell, boy.
This is just not your thing today.
I guess not. I'll just stop. I'm sorry. Anyway, so one of these drafts was written by none other than Steven Soderbergh, but almost none of his work ended up in the film. Del Toro is not a fan of second unit work, and for his director's cut of Mimic, he managed to excise the majority of the second unit footage. So he said, fuck that. I don't like it. Get it the fuck out of here, right?
Nope. Yep.
So Robert Rodriguez was one of the second unit directors in the film, who Robert Rodriguez is fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's good.
Yep. Speaking of Dust Till Dawn.
Yep. Robert Rodriguez.
Robert had rabies?
Robert had babies. He had babies.
Oh,
Yeah,
good for him.
You ever seen Desperado?
Oh,
That
yeah.
was one of his first ones.
Desperado.
Dude, he's so awesome.
What's in the guitar case?
A guitar.
What was
My
the second
guitar.
one? What was the one that was after that?
The one with Johnny Depp where he's got the fake arm.
What was that?
Mexico, something.
Two Nights in
Once
Mexico.
Upon a Time, Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Mimic was a
Right,
very
right.
troubled production, and Del Toro claims that his experience butting heads with studio execs at Miramax was actually more traumatic than his father's kidnapping, which I guess we'll talk about. Quote, what was happening to me and the movie was far more illogical than kidnapping, which is brutal, but at least there are rules. Jesus.
Yeah. It's fucked
He was
up.
ultimately unhappy with the way Miramax had treated him during production, which led to his friend James Cameron almost coming to blows with Miramax co-founder and owner Harvey Weinstein.
Fuck that guy. He should have. Dude,
He gets that and this.
could you imagine James Cameron beating the fuck out of Harvey Weinstein?
It'd been
Imagine going to
amazing.
Would have
his
been
trailer.
so
He's
good,
like,
dude. Would have been so good.
he's like,
dude.
hey, Harvey, I need to talk to you about this film. And he's like,
Hide the roofies! Hide the roofies! Hide the roofies! He's here again.
James Cameron was married to Linda Hamilton from Terminator. Do you know that?
Yeah.
He was like dipping in the Kool-Aid of his own movie.
That's usually how it happens.
But
though.
this fight,
He's like, you come to the bedroom, pull out his page, like, dun, 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 dun. I mean, you almost have to, right?
hey Linda, I'll be back.
Yeah.
With a
every day he
hard
leaves.
dick, just
Every
walking
day
around
he
the room
leaves for work. She's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Can you stop? Seriously, it's been 20 years.
He's doing like
get
the
it.
helicopter. He's like, dun, 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 dun.
Flipping it around, smacking it on her forehead.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's like, I'm never doing another Terminator again. Yes, you are.
Well, the greatest thing about this fight that took place with almost James Cameron and Harvey Weinstein, it was during the 70th Academy Awards.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would have been them in their tuxedos, just freaking.
Yeah.
James Cameron
Just whooping
fucking
his
up
ass.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, but Cameron's not that big of a dude. Have you seen him? He's like a little Weasley
Yeah,
guy.
but it's
Weinstein's
Harvey
a
Weinstein.
Fat fucking dude. That dude was.
Yeah, he had weight to put behind him.
And
Fucking-
again,
yeah, but my kid could have probably beat that dude up.
and again,
Probably.
fuck Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
All right.
He's dead. Isn't he like dying of COVID?
Yeah,
in
he's not
prison?
doing good at all.
Well, frankly,
Not that
fuck him.
Yeah, I was saying
Or
not
he had a
that.
heart. Some.
He's
issue
got
with
all
his
kinds
heart
of.
or
He's got all
something.
kinds of shit going on.
Yeah, that's
He
what
looks like a
happens when you're an
fucking
asshole.
goblin, by the way.
He is
Yeah,
a goblin.
he's bad. He's
Anyway, moving on. In 2001, Del Toro made The Devil's Backbone. The Devil's Backbone was produced by renowned Spanish filmmaker Pedro
Pascal.
what is it?
Almodovar.
Yeah.
Almodovar.
What was that?
Pedro Almodovar.
Oh, what now?
Fuck you.
El Paso.
Oh, okay.
You like the
Not alpaca.
sauce.
No, not alpaca. No.
Alpaca.
No, not alpaca.
yeah,
either.
alpaca.
Okay, it's alpaca. So alpaca afforded Del Toro a level of creative freedom that he'd never experienced up to that
Oh,
point.
shit.
And the eternally grateful Del Toro has tried to pay his gesture forward as a producer for many directors' films. The film was an international co-production between Spain and Mexico. Mexico. You know.
Yeah,
This is a common thing that
most
happens.
of his movies are. I've noticed.
Yeah.
This is a common thing that happens because I used to watch all this shit behind Star Wars, and George Lucas said the same
Sorry.
thing where like he put his script in, and then they altered the hell out of it and made it what it actually is.
Yeah, it's all rewrites and.
But
all
so
that
this
shit,
must happen to like all kinds of film writers and directors. You know?
If you write a script, generally the last version of that script is completely fucking
Well,
different.
we know from being in bands And we always
It's the
think
same as
like
writing songs.
the demo or the EP
Yeah.
version's always better than the produced.
Oh,
ones,
yeah.
Always.
You know?
And the producer comes in and goes, listen, I've worked with Kid Rock. I can make you guys sound amazing. And
Just
then all
get
of a
up
sudden
and
you
walk
hear it,
out
it's
of the
like,
room.
The worst part is like when you're in the studio and you're recording and you think you have an amazing take, and then the producer's just like,
Do it again.
you're like, really? That was like my best I could ever
It
do.
felt
He's
great.
He's like,
No.
yeah, that was okay, but I'm going to need you to do it like 10 times better.
we're going to cut it in 4/4. We're going to add a little bit of tempo to this swing. And just, you know what? Change that whole riff. Change the notes to the opposite.
Yeah, can you just walk out of the room and let him play it?
As a matter of fact, I got another band coming in, so
So Del Toro wrote the first draft before writing his debut film, Kronos. All right, so it was actually before Kronos.
yeah.
This, quote, very different version was set in the Mexican Revolution and focused not on a child's ghost, but a, quote, Christ with 3 arms.
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
way different than the
A little
actual
bit
movie.
A little bit different.
Like a tripod?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm doing
Where
a
was the
visual for the
where
video.
was the
For the
third
video.
arm? Was it like out of his head?
No, it's a tripod. Like he can kickstand,
I
right?
don't know even
So like
what we're talking
instead of
about.
Jesus's cock, he had an arm.
Yeah.
He had a cock arm.
That's how he moved the boulder after 7 days to get out of the cave.
The extra arm strength.
Oh my dear God.
Is that how we're getting banned?
Yep,
From
that's
that?
it.
Is it?
That'll do it. That'll do it.
You heard it here first, folks. Jesus had 3 arms.
And one was his dick.
One was his
so-
dick. He
Listen,
had a
here's
dick
the thing.
arm.
If you guys follow religion, I'm deeply sorry.
Oh, stop it right now.
Okay.
According to Del Toro, and as drawn in his notebooks, there were many iterations of the story, some of which included antagonists who were a, quote, doddering old man with a needle, a dissected ghost with black eyes as a caretaker instead of the living Jacinto who terrorizes the orphans,
Yes, chicken.
and, quote, beings who are red from head to foot. So those were his initial concepts that he had in there. I guess.
Correct.
Yeah. So, and for motivation, fuck.
What's motivation?
It's when you're motivated, but you're on a bicycle.
Oh, yeah.
You're motivated.
Motivated.
That's right. You're
You see, I fixed the
It's when you have
brakes.
more motivation. It's motivation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your
No, I
brake
got you,
line
buddy.
busted from your motivator.
So for more motivation
Got it.
for the villain, according to the actor who portrayed him, who was Eduardo Noriega, Jacinto, quote, suffered a lot when he was a child at this orphanage. Somebody probably treated him wickedly. This is his heritage. And then there is the brutalizing effect of the war. Noriega further notes that, quote, what Guillermo did was to write a biography of Jacinto, which went into Jacinto's parents and what they did in life and more, and then gave it to me, end quote. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't
That's
seen
it's a great movie, by the way.
unfortunately,
If you haven't seen it, it's a
haven't
great
seen that
movie.
one either.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Very good.
I'm slacking on
I
these.
saw it a long time ago, and I never knew it was from him. I didn't know it was his movie until like fairly recently, maybe within the last like 5 years.
There's a brewery based out of Virginia called Devil's Backbone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and they actually put out some really good beers, but then they decided to become just a lager house, so they don't do any like ales anymore, so no IPAs, no things like that. I
hate IPAs
Which, by the
anyways.
way, little side note here, I saw you and the missus are making a beer.
yeah. We got a brew kit from
What
yeah.
style of beer is it? First of
It's
all,
like an Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
which is kind of a weird time to do it, but that's fine.
Well, we got it like 4 months ago. We just haven't done it yet. So.
We're gonna have an Oktoberfest in spring.
yeah, it'll
So,
be
you know what I think we should do? We should ask the listeners to name your brew.
okay.
It's an Oktoberfest.
We did put it
style.
up there to see if we could get some names.
There you
Yeah.
go. I told you what mine should be.
It's an Oktoberfest style from it's from a Viking company too. So
It's a Viking.
Okay, so I'm putting my vote in right now. Bigfoot scrotum. For sure.
Daddy, what's that say?
I mean, that's most likely how it's going to taste. So.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, if you guys need any pointers or anything like that, let me know.
Yeah,
the
but-
first thing to do
yeah.
is just make your mash, get it all in there, get
It's
everything
all
together.
good. It's all going.
and
Yeah.
then make sure you have a dongle on top. So that way when it is all the
Don't forget your dongle.
Yeah, right
And the
now.
CO2
So
is
right
coming
now,
out?
right now it's got a rubber plug with a tube going into a glass
Perfect,
of water,
perfect.
and then it said after however long you take that out, and it's got another little contraption that goes on
it
top.
probably has water in
It's
it
got
as
like a
well.
release,
yeah,
yeah.
and all it's doing is just allowing the excess
Carbonation
CO2
and-
to
yeah.
come out. Yeah. But if you have questions, anyway.
You got it, buddy.
Yeah, so listeners, name Moody's beer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're not going with Bigfoot scrotum.
Not Bigfoot's scrotum.
Really? I'll go back to the drawing board.
All right.
Okay.
So DDT Studios in Barcelona created
Balloon knot.
Jesus Christ. He's back, folks.
Better than Bigfoot scrotum.
Yeah,
though.
it is actually. DDT Studios in Barcelona created the final version of the crying ghost, the victim and avenger, Santi, with his temple that resembled cracked aged porcelain.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's cool.
The response was overwhelmingly positive, though it did not receive the critical success that one of my all-time favorite movies, Pan's Labyrinth, would in 2006.
Well, then you'll be interested to hear his thoughts about Pan's Labyrinth and this movie.
I gotta pee. You guys keep going.
All right. Yeah,
Good luck. Dude, I can't
Jeff's
wait.
passing us
Dude,
up.
I hope we hear it.
I told
Just in the
him.
back, you're gonna hear, and then you're gonna hear, dink.
I got it, motherfuckers.
So literally, we're not even joking right now. And hopefully this video is on YouTube so you guys can see what's happening. But Jeff is
Yeah, bye-bye.
actually going up and going to the bathroom because he has to pee every like 5 minutes. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, so Del Toro considers The Devil's Backbone and Pan's Labyrinth to be companion pieces
There you
and
go.
claims that they reveal, quote, symmetries and reflections if watched together. So I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
He
then.
basically considers Pan's Labyrinth like a soft sequel to Devil's Backbone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely looking
He
forward to it.
he talks about it a little bit later.
Awesome. His next film in 2002, yeah, boy, Blade 2. Dude, I'm sorry. I loved all of the Blade
I like 'em
movies.
too.
I
I do
absolutely
too.
loved it. Did you hear that they are going to be making either a movie or a series of a new Blade?
Yes,
And
I
it's
did.
It's a female this time.
That I didn't hear.
Yeah, it's a black chick.
Nice.
It looks badass.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, it looks absolutely
I,
awesome.
I liked all of them.
Yeah.
I liked all the Blades.
I
They
think
were
the
good,
Blades
man.
are great. And I just read something today that they were going to initially make a Blade 4,
I heard that. I did know that.
but when Marvel got the rights back,
They couldn't do it.
they shit canned the idea.
That's terrible.
I know. And Wesley
And it was
Snipes
supposed to be Wesley Snipes.
He was
again.
on board,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so sad. That was one of my
Yeah.
favorite comic books of all time was Blade. Absolutely
Yeah,
loved
dude, that's
it.
great movies.
Oh, hey, look.
Oh, he's back.
back.
Are you Sans Stone?
I'm
Or-
still pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So Blade 2, we're talking about here, buddy.
Oh. Was that the one with Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel?
No, that's
No,
the third one.
That's the third one.
That's
Oh, okay.
Trinity.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I still liked.
I liked
Again,
it.
I liked
Chris
it.
Christopherson, he died in the second one, right? Spoiler.
He died,
Was
he
it the
died in the
first one?
first one.
Was
No,
it?
he didn't die in the first one. He came back.
Oh,
remember?
that's right. That's right.
He came back in the third one, I thought.
Oh,
No,
really?
I thought he. I don't know. I don't
Whistler?
remember.
What was his name? Whistler?
Yeah.
I think he died in the second one.
So maybe it was the, I don't know. God, we are
Because, yeah.
fucking horrible.
No, he does die in the first one. I thought.
But he, remember at
Yeah,
the very end, he climbs down the manhole cover or whatever where they thought he was dead because they beat the shit out of him. At the very end, he grabs the manhole cover and like goes down as the place is exploding and shit. When what's his name, Steven Dorff, freaking explodes and shit like that.
But don't they find him in the warehouse and then like he's all beat to fuck under the
Right.
sheet and then he gives him a gun and walks away and then you hear a shot like he shot himself?
right, but
yeah,
he
yeah.
actually didn't shoot himself.
I don't fucking remember that. All
Yeah,
right, whatever.
he didn't shoot.
It's
But
been a-
anyway,
it's been a while.
He's a highwayman. He can't die.
It's true.
I was a highwayman.
It's a valid point.
And I'll be back again.
In Blade
and
2,
again,
I used
and
to
again.
ride. Anyway, so
Great song.
Blade 2 was directed by Guillermo Del Toro in 2002 and written by David S. Goyer. And it is a sequel to the very first film and the second part of the Blade film series, followed by Blade Trinity, as we talked about. That's the one with Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
On a side note, they did make like 2 more with some other dude playing Blade that were fucking dreadful.
Don
they were.
Cheadle.
No. No.
That might actually be good. He's a great actor.
He's the poor man's Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, but he was War Machine. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, if you guys ever want to do anything completely fucked
Yeah,
up,
he was.
look up War Machine, but then look up War Machine UFC.
No, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
I literally just listened to a podcast about him yesterday.
Which podcast? You could say it.
It was the Crime and Sports.
Yeah,
The
great.
War Machine.
Yeah, we love crime and sports. I'm sorry, Moody and I absolutely
Yeah.
love crime and
Yeah.
sports. And if you
I'm
guys get a
catching up.
chance-
I'm catching up. That's where I'm at right now.
I think
I've gone through all of their other ones with
Yeah.
Small Town Murder, and I'm making my way through.
Yeah, they also do Small
Crime and
Town
Sports.
Murder. It's Jimmy and James over there,
Yeah.
and they're just fucking hilarious, dude. Like fucking, I absolutely love them. But yes,
Yeah.
that was a great episode.
Yeah.
What a piece of
It's
shit.
funny. I just listened to that yesterday. It's
Yeah.
funny.
So if you go over there in Crime and Sports or Small Town Murder, tell them we said hi.
Yeah.
They'll probably call us out and tell us we're assholes.
Idiots.
But yeah.
We are. We deserve it. We fucking deserve it, dude.
Yes, it's
He's
very
gonna
true.
tune in and be like, Liam is a dumb name for your kid. What the fuck am I listening to?
What? So Guillermo Del Toro was hired to direct Blade 2 by New Line production president Michael DeLuca after Stephen Norrington turned down the offer to direct the sequel. Del Toro chose not to alter the script too much from the ideas created by Goyer and Snipes. Quote, I wanted the movie to have a feeling of both a comic book and Japanese animation. End
It
quote.
does.
That's the one with the face peelers, right? That's the second one?
think so.
Yeah, where their jaws separate.
It's separate. Yeah.
That is a fucking great one, dude. Sorry, we're just literally going through.
Which would make sense now that I think about it, because I didn't actually realize that he did that until I started doing the research on it.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, if that's the one, those monsters definitely represent him pretty well.
I'm almost, but just look up Blade 2 real quick. It'll tell you right now. Yeah, so we're not sounding like a bunch of jackasses.
We have the technology.
No. So Del Toro chose not to alter the script, like I was saying, and he says, I wanted the movie to have a feel of Japanese animation, of course, and I resurrected those sources and viewed them again. I dissected most of the dailies from the first movie. I literally grabbed about 4 boxes of tapes and one by one saw every single tape from beginning to end until I perfectly understood where the language of the film first came from.
Yeah, that was it.
Yes, that's such a great movie. Can you throw it up there real quick? I'll see if I can zoom in there. We need to... That's as far as I can go. Anyway, there's a monster there.
Yeah, if you can see it, it's cool.
You know what? We'll throw that up on the thing. So send that picture to me.
It's kind of like it's kind of like Predator Vampire. Yeah.
It's awesome. Like his jaw. You've seen it. Yeah. His jaw opens up and shit. Freaking badass. So he says, I studied the style of the first one and think Norrington used a tremendous narrative style. His work is very elegant. Blade 2 was released on March 2nd, 2002. This was during a period of the year, months March and April, considered to be a bad time for sequels to be released, which normally I fucking hate sequels anyway. So
yeah. Despite
this, the film became the highest grossing film of the Blade series, making $80 million in the United States and $150 million. I
thought that was pretty interesting. I figured the first one would have been, because that was a decent movie when it came out. Like it was fairly big.
But it was also kind of it was filmed more of like an indie style. You know what I mean? It didn't have like, if you watch, they put them back to back, the Del Toro Blade 2 has more like cinematic value to it.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's probably a bigger budget and all that kind of stuff.
The first one, though, was super dark, and I loved just how macabre the whole thing was, especially from reading the comic books. It was just, I don't know, it really translated over well. Yeah. I personally thought it was awesome. So Hellboy is a 2004 supernatural superhero film written and directed by Guillermo Del Toro from a story by Del Toro and Peter Briggs.
Yeah.
It is based on the Dark Horse Comics graphic novel, Hellboy.
Was Blade Dark Horse too?
I want to say
he's Marvel.
No, Blade's Marvel.
No,
That's
Marvel.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know where the hell. We literally just said that.
Did we say it? I didn't know of it. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck off. Fuck y'all.
So again, it was based on the Dark Horse Comics, and Lobo is a Dark Horse character, isn't he?
That I don't know.
Lobo is my absolute favorite character of like all time. So they're actually supposed to be doing a movie on him. If you guys ever want to check out Lobo comics, Lobo was like the shit. He was like this intergalactic.
I know of him. I'm not really familiar with who he is though.
He was an intergalactic badass,
planetary,
but he rode a like a space motorcycle, and he was just this brutish beast, dude. He was fucking.
So he's
amazing.
like a poor man's Ghost Rider.
He's a high man's ghost.
yeah. There you go. That was definitely
riding through space on a space chopper.
Oh, I loved him. So Del Toro and Hellboy creator Mike Mignola, who is an amazing artist, by the way, envisioned the film as a Ray Harryhausen film.
Is this dude a vampire?
I don't think so. I know he looks like it. Yeah, that's Lobo. Lobo's the shit. And they're supposed to be making a movie about him. Here, let me get it over there for you if you guys can see that in there. We'll post that up too so you guys can see who the hell we're talking about. He's awesome. So yeah, anyway. So he envisioned the film was shopped and rejected by various studios for years due to studios disliking the title, script, and the fact that Perlman was cast as Hellboy.
How could you not like Ron Perlman as anything?
Because he wasn't exactly a great actor at that time. Like, he wasn't super well known. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I mean, in that
he was the Beast in Beauty and the Beast,
right?
TV series,
which is probably the most successful thing he did, other than Sons of Anarchy.
which is maybe why they didn't think he'd be good as
exactly.
Hellboy,
That's what I'm saying. And like I can see what they were talking about there. So Del Toro invited Harryhausen to teach the film's animators what made his effects techniques unique, but he declined, feeling that the modern films were just too violent. He didn't like the violence in them. While writing the script, Del Toro researched occult Nazi philosophies and used them as a reference for the film's opening scene.
Yeah.
In an early version of the script, the gyroscope portal was described being made out of rails that formed into pentagrams, hexagrams, and inverted stars to illustrate the film's magic and occult elements. By the way, I loved Hellboy.
Hellboy's great.
Both of them.
I watched it with my son not that long ago.
Yeah. I didn't get to see the new one.
He's 3.
The new one's okay.
The new one's okay.
Which one?
It's got Hopper.
The
right?
remake.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got.
He looked cool in that movie. I like the way he looked.
Yeah. Of course you did.
Damn, dude. Anybody running around without a shirt on is my kind of guy.
All right. I saw you with that Truly in that picture today.
That's all that was left. You know what's okay? You want to hear something funny? That's how much I hate IPAs. The only beer left was one IPA, and I'm like, I'll drink the Truly.
Oh God, that's heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. Oh,
yeah. Sometimes you got to race.
So Del Toro chose to alter the origin from the comic to give main characters interconnected origins. Aside from working with Perlman before, Del Toro chose him for the title role because he felt Perlman can deliver subtly and nuance with makeup. Okay.
Hence the Beauty and the Beast thing.
Right. Del Toro assigned his real-life friend, Santiago Segura, to play the train driver who assaults Hellboy. The film was shot 6 days a week for 130 days, Mondays through Saturdays without a second unit. Sundays were reserved for editing. Del Toro noted that the film could have commenced filming in 1998. However, the film had difficulty finding a committed studio due to the stigma Hollywood associated superhero and comic book films with at that time. Don't you feel like a fucking bunch of jackasses now?
Dude, that's kind of crazy to think about, though. Like you hear that number, 130 something days. Like they filmed that whole fucking movie in
that's actually fast.
130 something days.
Oh yeah, that's
737
like
days.
2 to 3 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And there was a lot to that movie. Like all the fucking the makeup and all that shit. Like those are long days, man.
Fight scenes and everything else, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's got amazing fucking that whole movie front to back is great. So the action scenes were staged after Harryhausen films with at Harryhausen films with little to no camera movement using wide shots.
No. It was staged like after, like they made him seem like Harry, like in the same form. Staged
after his films. Okay.
Yeah,
Just the way it was worded.
I was like,
them, what?
Yeah, they made them similar.
All right. So the cemetery sequence was filmed in a real cemetery in Prague. There you go. Did you guys know that? Yeah, I did not know that. So Pan's Labyrinth, this is the one I fucking love, is a 2006 dark fantasy film written and directed by Guillermo Del Toro. The film is a Spanish-Mexican co-production. Del Toro stated that he considers the story to be a parable influenced by fairy tales and that it addresses and continues themes related to his earlier film, The Devil's Backbone, to which Pan's Labyrinth is a spiritual successor, according to Del Toro in his director's DVD commentary. What's up, dude?
Side note, I just Googled because I wanted to see what the longest movie in production ever was. It's still not even out yet.
There was one that's like 6 hours long.
Hold on. Is it Avatar 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you saying? Oh, you're saying
coming out in 2022, and it's 13 years in production.
Okay, I was gonna say.
How long was the original Avatar in production?
Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
It was long, dude.
But
it was
Avatar 2 is the longest production film right now. It's setting the record for 13
I thought you meant
years.
like longest like movie.
I'm actually pretty excited to see the new Avatar. As long as it's along the same lines as the first one.
I've never even seen the first one.
But 13 years? What if it sucks? Could you imagine that?
Not only that, not only that though, think about the amount of technology that's changed
in 13 years
since you started.
Well, that's probably why it's taken that long, because every year something else. It's like, fuck, come on.
Now we got to redo this. God damn it.
We got to do it again. It's pretty funny.
They're using 2005 CGI technology.
So the idea for Pan's Labyrinth came from Guillermo Del Toro's notebooks, which he says are filled with, quote, doodles, ideas, drawings, and plot bits.
He had the guy with the eyes in his hands. Like,
yeah.
I'd love to see one of those notebooks.
Fuck yeah.
You have to be
I'm sure
high.
you could probably find the pictures online and shit.
You have to be high to look at it first.
So what's wrong
You
with
say that like it's a bad
Right.
You'd be like, oh.
What are you, Paul Bearer now?
Undertaker!
My Undertaker will destroy you, mankind. Oh.
Everyone right now is going, what in the fuck are they talking about?
WWF in the 80s.
Yeah, that's right. That's when it was WWF.
Yeah. That's when it was good.
Yeah. So he had been keeping these notebooks for 20 years. At one point during production, he left the notebook in a taxi in London and was distraught, but the cabbie returned it to him 2 days later. Though he originally wrote a story about a pregnant woman who falls in love with a faun, Sergi Lopez said that Del Toro described the final version of the plot a year and a half before filming. Lopez said that, quote, for 2 hours and 2.5 hours, he explained to me all the movie, but with all the details, it was incredible. And when he finished, I said, you have a script? He said, no, nothing is written.
Dude,
Can you imagine that?
That would be awesome, though. Just like being a friend of his and like knowing that what he does, like he made Hellboy, all this, and then he sits down with you and he's like, check this out. And then for 2.5 hours, just weaves this fucking story of the Pan's Labyrinth before anything is like done. He doesn't have and you're just like, dude, that's fucking That's awesome. And then
okay, listen. Here's what's gonna happen, okay?
this guy,
Wait, what guy?
he's gonna have eyeballs on his hands.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
So just like,
Eyeballs in hand. What the fuck?
and then however, like 2 years later, that movie comes out, and you're like, holy shit, he did it. He fucking did it.
It's pretty freaking amazing. So Lopez agreed.
Why can't we be friends with somebody cool like that?
Because we're us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. So
Think about it. Who's our coolest friend right now?
I mean, it's me,
Me.
right?
Me. It's me. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I'll let you guys. Definitely not me. So I'm not even gonna argue.
You can have it. I don't want the responsibility.
Wait, there's a responsibility.
Yes.
Fuck that,
With
Moody.
great power comes great responsibility.
Moody, you're the best friend. Sorry. Yeah.
Damn it.
So Lopez agreed to act in the movie and received the script 1 year later. He said that.
Is that
quote,
J-Lo's dad?
Huh?
Is it J-Lo's dad?
I doubt that.
Pretty sure it is.
I don't think it is.
23 and me. It's on there.
Well, he says it was exactly the same. It was incredible. In his little head, he had all the history with a lot of little detail, a lot of characters. Like now, when you look at that movie, it was exactly what he had in his head, end quote,
crazy.
which is pretty fucking
That's what
cool.
I'm saying. Like, imagine sitting there listening to that, and then all of a sudden he's just like, "We're doing it. We're fucking doing it." And it's exactly how he told you.
Bringing it to fruition like that. You know what I mean? Like you have an idea, not even just an idea like, hey, I got this idea about this thing that does this. It's okay. This is going to
exactly
do this,
how
and
it's
this is going to
gonna
do
go.
this, and then this thing. That's fucking incredible.
Doesn't always work out in the best, though.
No, you're just negative, Nancy.
No, I mean, it doesn't.
It did for him.
Some
That's
movies
awesome.
it doesn't.
Well, no, there's a lot of shit.
Like
movies.
what movie?
Jar Binks, Star Wars. They gave him full reign for those movies, and they all sucked ass.
I don't know what you're talking about. Del Toro got the idea of the fawn from a childhood experience with lucid dreaming. He stated on the Charlie Rose show that every midnight he would wake up and a fawn would gradually step out from behind the grandfather's clock.
Like a deer?
So a fawn, it's like a deer type. It's a fawn, Faun.
It's like a pan.
Yeah, it's a
Half goat, half man kind of deal. I think
that's what I assume it is as well.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I
if you
think
watch
that's
Pace-
originally what the one dude was supposed to be like in the movie. I think he talks about it. So.
Yeah. So originally the fawn was supposed to be a classic half man, half goat fawn fraught with beauty.
Damn.
But in the end, the fawn was altered into a goat-faced creature almost completely made out of earth, moss, vines, and tree bark. Some of the works he drew on for inspiration include Lewis Carroll's Alice books, Jorge Luis Borges Ficciones, Arthur Macken's The Great God Pan,
He acts like he doesn't know that guy.
and The White People. So it's The Great God Pan and The White People. Lord Dunsany's The Blessing of Pan, Algernon Blackwood's Pan's Garden, and Francisco Goya's works. In 2004, Del Toro said, quote, Pan is an original story. Some of my favorite writers, Borges, Blackwood, Mack, and Dunsany, have explored the figure of the good Pan, or the god Pan, because that's who it is. It's a god.
Yep.
And the symbol of the labyrinth. These are things that I find very compelling, and I'm trying to mix them and play with them. It was also influenced by the illustrations of Arthur Rackman. And I don't know who the hell that is.
I didn't look at any of that.
There are differing ideas about the film's religious influence. Del Toro himself has said that he considers Pan's Labyrinth, quote, a truly profane film, a layman's riff on Catholic dogma. But that his friend Alejandro Gonzalez oh my God, his name. Fuck. I had it up until this part. Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. I don't know. Look at the freaking little things over here. Iñárritu? Is that right?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I actually think. Yeah, I think that's right.
Iñárritu.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that's what
I like it. I think you did well.
Thank you. Well, described it as a truly Catholic film. Del Toro's explanation is, quote, once a Catholic, always a Catholic. It's fucked up. So, like, you're a Catholic, that's why you think it's a Catholic film. Yeah. So, however, he also admits that the pale man's reference for children rather than the feast in front of him is intended as a criticism of the Catholic Church. The pale man is the guy with the eyes in his hands.
Yeah.
Additionally, the priest's words during the torture scene were taken as a direct quote from a priest who offered communion to political prisoners during the Spanish Civil War. Quote, remember my sons, Jesus, remember my sons, you should confess what you know because God doesn't care what happens to your bodies. He already saved your souls, end quote. That's such a creepy fucking thing to say.
It's kind of mean.
To kids.
Yeah.
To kids, to children. You're saying this to children.
Imagine having eyes on your hands, though.
No, that would make masturbation really bad.
I was just thinking about, like, the sexual connotations of having eyes on your hand.
You just imagine just one eye just going
wiping your ass.
Or like you're cleaning your paintbrush after painting and you dump lacquer thinner on your hand, right?
It burns.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Come on.
Every time you put gloves on, you can't see shit.
Yeah.
Blinded by the glove.
You go to wipe your ass, you get a first-person view of your butthole.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
Wiping your ass.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's gnarly.
I don't like it.
so Hellboy 2 now. The Golden Army is a 2008 American superhero
That's
film.
Hellboy 2 Electric Boogaloo, right?
Yes, it is.
Ron Perlman breakdancing.
That'd be pretty amazing. That's a throwback to a
Saving-
movie most
saving
people
the-
have no idea.
They're saying he's saving the city center, dude.
With him and all his friends
Yeah, dude.
during an 80s montage.
Yeah.
So it was a superhero film based on the fictional character Hellboy, created by Mike Mignola. Again, the film was written and directed by Del Toro and is a sequel, of course, to the original Hellboy, which he also directed. Ron Perlman reprises his role as the eponymous. That's what I said. I said it first.
Yeah, you were right the first time.
All right, then shut the fuck up.
Quit second guessing yourself, man.
I
Just
know.
go in. Just go for
All
it.
right, just go for it. Hellboy 2. So Hellboy 2, The Golden Army was released by Universal Pictures. The director sought to create a film trilogy with the first sequel anticipated for release in 2006. Revolution Studios planned to produce the film and distribute it through a deal with Columbia Pictures. God bless you.
COVID.
But by 2006, their distribution deal wasn't renewed, and Revolution began refocusing on exploiting their film library.
Assholes.
In August 2006, Universal Pictures acquired the project with the intent to finance and distribute the sequel, which was newly scheduled to be released in summer of 2008. So basically, there were supposed to be 3 movies.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a trilogy, yeah.
Right, and he only got
Because
the 2
all
out.
the bullshit, he only got the 2.
That sucks, because I would much rather have seen a Del Toro Hellboy 3 as opposed to
As opposed to a
new-
remake, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I fucking hate remakes. Ugh.
I don't know why they would, why would you greenlight a fucking... If someone said they wanted to do something Hellboy, why wouldn't you be like, let's see if we could get another one out of him,
Right.
instead of saying, yeah, go ahead, make a completely new one.
Well, I don't know. Let's see if it
Or a
talks about
reboot,
it.
whatever you want to call it.
So production was scheduled to begin in April 2007 in Ityak, Hungary, near Budapest, and London, England. Del Toro explored several concepts for the sequel, initially planning to recreate the classic versions of Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman.
That would have been a completely different movie.
I know, right?
Can you imagine that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he
That'd been
and
awesome.
comic book creator Mike Mignola also spent a few days adapting the Almost Colossus story featuring Roger the Homunculus.
Mila Kunis?
Fucking look at me, dude.
And
I don't
Roger
know.
the Mila Kunis. They then found it easier to create an original story based on folklore because Del Toro was planning Pan's Labyrinth, and Mignola's comics were becoming increasingly based on mythology.
That, listen to that, though. He was planning Pan's Lab. So he had all these movies, going on at the same fucking time. He's
just-
writing them, thinking about
Yeah.
them, putting all this shit down at the same time.
It reminds me of, what's his name, from Always Sunny, where he's got that whole big
The board
up
behind
there. It just, this movie's going to be this movie, and then this guy's got Pan's Labyrinth.
That's what I'm that dude's got, that's kind of a recurring theme. When you read about some of this stuff, is this movie came out in 2010, but he was writing it back when he was doing The Devil's Backbone and
Right.
Pan's Labyrinth. It's what the fuck?
Yeah, he's just had them for so damn long. It's crazy. So the later Del Toro pitched a premise to Revolution Studios that involved 4 titans from the 4 corners of Earth: wind, water, fire, and earth, before he replaced the titans with a golden army. Mignola described the theme of the sequel, quote, "The focus is more on the folklore and fairy tale aspect of Hellboy. It's not Nazis, machines, and mad scientists, but the old gods and characters who have been kind of shoved out of our world," end quote. Which, I mean,
I like that movie, too.
I did too. I thought it was cool.
I like both of those.
It definitely wasn't it wasn't boring in any way. I thought it was
No,
good.
it was entertaining.
All right, Jeff, you've seen Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
It's got your boy
A long time ago.
Charlie, what's his name, Hunnam in it? Isn't that his last name?
Yeah.
Yeah, from
Who?
Charlie Hunnam
From Sons of Anarchy.
from Sons of Anarchy. Yeah.
I never watched it.
Well, it is a 2013 science fiction monster.
No, I've seen the movie. I've never watched Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, really?
My
Oh.
wife watched all.
Oh, dude, I loved it.
That's a
Thought it was
great TV show.
Yeah.
She stopped watching it after Opie died, though.
We literally had our entire band just image based off of that TV show. Or,
Yeah.
swear to God.
It's a wonder you failed.
Yeah. Wow. Holy shit.
I'm kidding.
Do you have a name for that beer now?
Do I have a beer now? It's called Dick.
Kidding.
So it was directed by Del Toro, and in February 2006, it was reported that Guillermo Del Toro would direct Travis Beecham's fantasy screenplay, Killing on Carnival Row, but the project never materialized. Beecham conceived Pacific Rim the following year while walking on the beach near Santa Monica Pier. The screenwriter imagined a giant robot and a giant monster fighting to the death. Quote, they just sort of
Great idea.
It's actually, I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
They just sort of materialized out of the fog, these vast godlike things. He later conceived the idea that each robot had 2 pilots, asking, quote, what happens when one of these people dies, deciding this would be, quote, a story about loss, moving on after loss, and dealing with survivor's guilt. Beecham commenced writing the film. On May 28, 2010, it was reported that Legendary Pictures had purchased Beecham's detailed 25-page film treatment, now titled Pacific Rim. If you guys haven't seen it, it's actually a pretty good movie. It's very it's a throwback.
It's a throwback to like the old, and what they talk about a little bit. Like it's a throwback to the old like Godzilla type stuff, and that's kind of what they were going for.
Right. It's really very, well done. Like just very
visual as fuck.
Yeah, and just very has that a Japanese vibe to it.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
Like, it's very cool. On July 28, 2010, it was reported that Del Toro would next direct an adaptation of our boy H.P. Lovecraft's
racist motherfucker.
Yeah, that son of a bitch. Crazy motherfucker. Woo. At the Mountains of Madness for Universal Studios with James Cameron producing. When Del Toro met with Legendary Pictures to discuss the possibility of collaborating with them on a film, he was intrigued by Beecham's treatment. Still a, quote, very small pitch at this point. Del Toro struck a deal with Legendary while directing At the Mountains of Madness, which I haven't seen.
You'll see why.
Oh, okay.
Keep reading.
He would produce and co-write with Pacific Rim, Pacific Rim because of the film's conflicting production schedules. He would direct Pacific Rim only if At the Mountains of Madness were canceled. Oof. Tom Cruise was attached to star in the Lovecraft adaptation. Holy shit. On March 7, 2011, it was reported that Universal would not proceed with At the Mountains of Madness because Del Toro was unwilling to compromise on the $150
Dude, they were going to make that shit for $150.
$150?
Imagine,
that's what I'm saying. You pocket the rest.
Imagine the recoup.
$150 million budget and R rating. The director later reflected, quote, when it happened, this has never happened to me, but I actually cried that weekend a lot. I don't want to sound like a puny soul, but I really was devastated. I was weeping for the movie. Aw.
Can you imagine? That would have been him and James Cameron on a Lovecraft adaptation.
With Tom Cruise?
I don't know about the Tom Cruise part, but
I mean, when he's on,
I feel like if anyone was going to get a good, Cameron and Del Toro could have probably got him a pretty good fucking performance out of him.
Yeah, and not only that, but like you put Tom Cruise on anything, it's going to immediately sell at least some tickets. You know what I mean? Like people.
Those 3 names: Del Toro, Cameron, and fucking Tom Cruise.
Would have been huge. Even if the movie sucked, it still would have been
based on a Lovecraft. Like it would have been weird. It would have been awesome.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. That's just really weird.
I might cry now. I'm with you. I'm with you, Guillermo.
I've never heard of it. So the project collapsed on a Friday, and Del Toro signed to direct Pacific Rim the following Monday. Del Toro spent a year working with Beecham on the screenplay and is credited as co-writer. He introduced ideas he had always wished to see in the genre, such as a kaiju birth and a kaiju attack seen from a child's perspective. Kaiju were the big-ass fucking monsters. Yep. They used to come from underneath the earth. In fact, wasn't Godzilla a kaiju?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Godzilla!
And we just watched the Godzilla King of the Monsters the other day.
The new one with 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is that
a good movie?
Is that the one where he fights Kong?
No, that's coming out soon.
Okay. See, I haven't
seen
the one where
he fights
Mothra.
No, Mothra and him
Hydra. It's a Hydra.
Yeah, go
Mothra.
Something.
Yeah.
Go Hydra, go Shira.
But they use like sonar to wake it up. It's all that ice wall. Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's like all of them coming together. There's like 15 or 16 of them, and they're all fucking great. It's a pretty good movie. I like.
The girl like eats a waffle, and she's like, gets a bloody nose and lifts the monster up in the air.
And that's the wrong movie. Jeff.
Same thing.
Wrong movie. Maybe the same actor.
Watch it.
Yeah, maybe. The film was shot using Red Epic
I'm confused
cameras.
as fuck right now, to be honest with you.
You ever watch Stranger Things?
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't have time for this shit. I have kids. I have to watch fucking kid shows.
To be honest,
what do you watch? Like, what do the kids watch?
They actually like good stuff. They watch Bob's Burgers with us and Futurama.
They would love.
They really recently got into King of the Hill, so we've been watching King of the Hill.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, great parenting. What the King of the Hill?
And the show, they like a regular show.
Bobby?
And Cupcake and Dino.
I've never.
Cupcake and
I
Dino
have
sounds
no idea what
amazing.
any
It's
of
pretty
those
solid, dude. It's pretty solid, actually.
But dude, they would totally get into that movie, that show. Swear to God. Oh, it's so good. And the 80s throwback shit is awesome. It's not like
I don't know.
It's not very adult themed. Like there's some adult.
I know it's like
parts to
80s, kind of like 80s stuff.
but it's not like they're like, hey, motherfucker, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not doing that.
And they
whole
use
time.
like all 80s actors. Like all the older people, other than the kids, are all like from famous 80s movies.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
So at first, Guillermo Del Toro decided not to shoot or convert the film to 3D as the effect would not work due to the sheer size of the film's robots and monsters, explaining, "I didn't want to make the movie 3D because when you have things that big, the thing that happens naturally, you're looking at two buildings, let's say at 300 feet away. If you move, there is no parallax. They're so big that in 3D, you barely notice anything no matter how fast you move. To force the 3D effects for robots and monsters that are supposed to be big, you are making their perspective miniaturized, making them human scale." Makes sense.
Aha!
You guys get that?
That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but read the next part.
It was later announced that the film would be converted to 3D.
But
Fuck. So, man, they're just fucking him all up, aren't they? So it was later announced that the film would be converted to 3D, with the conversion taking 40 weeks longer than most. Del Toro said, quote, "What can I tell you? I changed my mind. I'm not running for office. I can do a Romney."
Yeah. I told you, he's a quote machine, dude.
It's pretty amazing.
He's just like, what the fuck you want from me? I changed my mind.
Yeah, right,
I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Yeah, whatever. So Del Toro envisioned Pacific Rim as an honest, colorful, God bless it, colorful adventure story with an incredibly Aryan-like feel.
Nabbit.
In contrast to the super brooding, super dark, cynical summer movie, the director focused on, quote, "big, beautiful, sophisticated visuals and action that would satisfy an adult audience," but has stated his real hope is to introduce the kaiju and mecha genres to a generation of children, which I would assume it did, because it's pretty, when you're a kid and you're watching it, it's pretty fucking impressive.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, I was impressed.
Watching giant robots fight giant monsters.
Yeah, and you have these two guys getting up in this thing, and you have to learn, like, one guy controls one half, you know what I mean? Like, you have to work in unison and all that. I don't know.
He went wrong because Power Rangers did it already.
It's different.
Not really.
It's different. Yeah, it is.
They all combined to make the mega whatever robot.
Yeah, well,
fight
Voltron
monsters.
did that shit first, so fuck Power Rangers.
It's true.
All right, then.
Actually, go back and look at Spider-Man, Japan Spider-Man. They actually did that shit first.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, they actually had a complete Japanese line of Spider-Man. And I just watched, if you want to watch a really cool show it's a documentary on Marvel, on Disney, called Marvel 616.
I saw that. I didn't watch it, though.
Dude, it's fucking amazing. It's awesome. So the very first episode is about how they introduced Spider-Man over there, and Spider-Man ended up having a robot that basically helped stem Power Rangers and all these other guys. It's pretty crazy.
Them and robots.
Well, it's funny when you hear these guys talking. They're like,
that's what they do.
The guy who, one of the directors or whatever, and he was like, I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I just thought to myself, we need a robot. Apparently,
It's like that's all they do over there is robots.
They like robots.
Do you think they have a robot in the lab that's like COVID-19 and just lets it go, and the next thing you know, we all have it?
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, I don't want to step on your conspiracy corner or anything, but
okay, so while the film draws heavily on these genres,
you know what I'm talking about.
It avoids direct references to previous works. Del Toro intended to create something original, but madly in love with its influences. Instilled with epic beauty and operatic grandeur, the film was to honor the kaiju and mecha genres while creating an original standalone film, something, quote, conscious of the heritage, but not a pastiche?
Pastiche.
Pastiche. Oh, that's a pastiche, huh? And then homage. I see that one too. Ah!
Sounds like it's a weird food. Some sort of spreadable meat or something.
Have you tried the pastiche? It's not too bad.
I'll have the spaghetti with the pastiche, please.
Just put it on your toast. You'll be fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And that's when I told him,
Jeez.
just turn your head and cough and we'll see what's going on.
Remember, that's how that started with our ants before. So let's not do that. Yeah. So the director made a point of starting from scratch without emulating or referencing any previous examples of those genres. He cautioned his designers not to turn to films like Gamera Godzilla or The War of the Gargantuas for inspiration, stating, quote, I didn't want it to be a postmodern or referential or just belong to a genre. I really wanted to create something new, something madly in love with those things. I tried to bring epic beauty to it and drama and operatic grandeur. Operatic grandeur. You like that?
It's good. I like your French accent. It's a good one.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
You know what's funny? I just thought of this.
What?
I'm totally selling this out, but like, if you go back now, if we watch the video and you try to splice it together, right, to make it look like it was whatever, we just like this shit just appeared.
You mean
like
These?
Like literally, it went from like us just talking, and now all of a sudden there's just like shit sitting here.
You know what you have to do? You have to put it in slow motion, make the $6 million man effect.
Oh yeah, can I get that koozie over there? Just so
just gotta cover it
we got to cover it up a little bit so they don't see that we're drinking
a refreshing beverage made by
Lillermite.
Yes, it rhymes with that. Like it's, you could,
It still says
damn it.
Anyway, this is for all you guys. We didn't have one before, so we're slacking.
Ha ha ha.
There you go. Yeah. So Crimson
Captain Kidney
Peak.
Stone over there can't drink one apparently.
Poor guy.
That's okay. You'll get one day. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
but when you start drinking a lot, you piss a lot. So maybe that's what you need. Just drink a
You're
lot.
supposed to drink water. Beer dehydrates you.
Yeah, but
Alcohol
you pee a lot when you
dehydrates
drink beer, right?
Yeah.
You're pissing every 5 minutes.
It dehydrates you though,
does
and shrinks your
dehydrate you.
tubes up, and then that's when it fucking hurts.
That's not my problem. I'm just trying to help you pee.
That's tomorrow Jeff's problem.
Yeah.
Today
right.
Jeff should have a beer. So Crimson Peak is 2015. It is a 2015 gothic romance
That was
film.
a good movie. I saw that
I
in the
haven't
theater.
seen it.
I haven't seen
that
this one. Yeah.
Oh, it's really good. It's got Loki. The guy that
Yes.
plays
Oh,
Loki.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Tom Hiddleston.
Hitlerstein.
Hitlermittel. Who?
Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitler Nippelstein.
Hinterkaifeck, right?
And Hitler Heifetz.
Tom
Yeah.
Hinterkaifeck.
So it was directed by Del Toro and written by Del Toro and Matthew Robbins. The story, set in Victorian-era England, follows an aspiring author who travels to a remote Gothic mansion in the English hills with her new husband and her sister. There, she must decipher the mystery behind the ghostly visions that haunt her new home. Del Toro and Robbins wrote the original script after the release of Pan's Labyrinth in 2006. Are you okay?
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
You just had one sip.
I'm sorry, dude. It's very carbonated
My
and cold.
God, you had one sip and you're throwing up on the microphone.
I'm fucking hammered, too.
Yeah, it's woo, lightweight. Woody's a lightweight. All right.
Last weekend, I drank a half a bottle of Crown, so wasn't
Half a bottle.
I was hurting last
Yeah, I
week.
was about to say that didn't feel
Surprising he wasn't hungover, though. That was amazing.
I can picture him on his couch and like, you know, the family's doing their thing and he's in the corner and he's just like, I don't fucking tell you guys. You know, like half passed out and in.
You know,
The kids are like, hey, Dad. And he's like, I'll tell you. What?
No, I just get drunk and beat him.
you know,
Now we're definitely banned.
you know, I only like one of you, but it's up to you to figure it out.
You guys should wait. Let's move the couch, and you guys fight it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Who wants Christmas this year?
You each
Take
get
the knife.
you each get one weapon. Just whatever's laying around, you get to pick one, and whoever's left standing, I love you.
My parents made us fight, my sister and I. They had enough at one point when we were little. I was probably like maybe 10. She was 12 or 13. And we were going at it. And finally my mom's like,
Whoa.
she's like, I'm done. She's like, I'm sick of this shit. She's like,
Phrasing?
kill each other. I don't care. So I was like, sweet. I fucking just boom, knocked her cold, like out cold.
You hit your sister.
Yeah, dude. Like I
What a
hit her
dick.
hard.
What a
She fucking hit the ground like it was done. And my mom's like, what the fuck? And I was like, you told me to just go ahead. I got grounded for like 2 months for that.
This
My
episode-
sister had like a
This
bloody
episode is
nose.
going off the rails horribly.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
It's turning into a really
it
bad
just reminded
psychology
me of that
session.
when you said that.
Oh,
It's like,
God. I can't believe you hit your sister.
oh yeah, dude. I knocked her out.
Jesus Christ.
For a 10-year-old, it was pretty impressive, dude.
Oh my God! So the movie was sold quietly to Donald Langley at Universal. Del Toro planned to direct the film, but postponed the project to make Hellboy 2: The Golden Army, and then again to work on the Hobbit films. Langley,
Oh, he did those?
he was a part of them.
a little bit.
Oh.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think it talks about it a little bit on this.
Yeah, so Langley suggested that Del Toro produce the film for another director, but he could not find one he deemed suitable. While directing Pacific Rim, Del Toro developed a good working relationship with Legendary Pictures' Thomas Tull and John Jashny, who asked what he wanted to do next. Del Toro sent them his screen praise.
Screen praise.
Oh, hurry, shit! We were screen praise! We have 50 screen praise to read through! Hurry up!
Oh my God!
You sound like the shitty wall guy from South Park.
Shit, what?
Goddamn Mongolians!
Hurry!
First time listeners, I'm so sorry for
No,
everything
no,
you've
he's
heard.
not. He is not
Everything
at
you've
all.
heard so far.
It's a party and everyone's invited.
It's true.
Boy.
We're just three musicians and
Yeah. That's pretty rough. So the I can't even remember where the hell I was now.
screen praise.
Screen praise.
So they sent him the screenplays for a film adaptation of At the Mountains of Madness, a Western adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo and Crimson Peak. The producers deemed the last of these the best project for us, just the right size. Universal allowed Del Toro to move the project to Legendary with the caveat that they could put up money for stake in the film.
So At the Mountains of Madness we talked about earlier.
Right.
And then he wanted to do an adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo?
Yep. That's what it sounds like.
This dude's all over the map.
That would have been probably really cool too.
I've seen the.
He said a Western adaptation.
Yeah.
Does that mean like? Does that mean like
Western?
That's what. Does that mean like a Western? Like
No.
Western as in like
I
just
think it's
like a United States.
like United States, like a
Western
world.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think it would mean. Because Western adaptation would be
The
amazing.
Western, a Western version of the Count of Monte Cristo.
Yes, it's such a great story. And
Yeah.
the movie.
I think my wife really likes that story.
the movie what did it come out in the 90s?
I don't pay
think
attention to her.
it was awesome. Jesus. So Del Toro wanted the film.
Merry Christmas.
By the time you all hear this, I'll probably be living somewhere else.
Yep.
So Del Toro wanted the film to honor the grand dames of the haunted house genre, namely Robert Wise's The Haunting and Jack Clayton's The Innocents. The director intended to make a large-scale horror film in the tradition of those he grew up watching, such as The Omen, The Exorcist, and The Shining.
I believe that's actually The Shinning.
It's The Shining. Do you want to get sued? He cited the latter as another Mount Everest of the haunted house movies, praising the high production values and Stanley Kubrick's control over the large sets. British playwright Lucinda Coxon was enlisted to rewrite the script of Del Toro in hopes of bringing it. Now, hopefully you guys saw that up there.
I just looked at him and he's like,
Did you guys see that? I said Coxon, and they both looked at each other like, ha ha ha. Bunch of fucking 12-year-olds around here. I swear to God.
Read your script.
The Shape of Water is a 2017.
I heard that's a piece of shit movie. Although it won a bunch of awards.
Dude, it's won
They
a
always
ton of
do.
awards. The critics love it. Like,
Has anybody
audience,
seen it?
I haven't seen that
I
one.
haven't seen it either.
Nope.
Dude, audience scores are off the fucking charts for that movie.
What is it about? What is it about?
You're
Well,
about to find out.
let's find out.
Oh, bonus.
So it's a romantic fantasy drama filmed, of course, directed by Del Toro and written by Del Toro and Vanessa Taylor. Set in Baltimore, Maryland in 1962, the story follows...
Sounds like a piece of shit
Yeah.
to me.
It follows a mute cleaner and at a high-security government laboratory who falls in love with a captured humanoid amphibian creature.
Oh, come on.
Filming took place in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada between August and November 2016.
Has anybody seen Splash?
Hello
It's
to
been
our
done
Canadian
before.
listeners.
It's the same thing. Come on.
Tom
Holy
Hanks, Daryl
shit,
Hannah,
dude.
good movie.
Yeah.
Love that
God
movie.
damn.
So the idea for, again, hello to our Canadian listeners, by the way. We're getting a lot of them.
Hey!
We've
What
actually-
down on the boot?
We found out that we're actually doing quite well in Canada, so it's pretty cool.
We were.
Hold on. You know what?
We were.
until
Quite
today.
well.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about Canada? First time we ever went to Canada, we were like 19, so we went up to Windsor because
Windsor,
it's
yeah,
fucking 2 hours
yeah.
away. And we went to
Imagine being Canadian and hating Windsor because all the Americans
Yeah.
come
Oh,
up
yeah.
there when they're 19.
so we
Well,
went
here
to
they
a
fucking come again.
we went to a strip club, right? And it was the most confusing thing ever because here it's dollars.
yeah.
They have fucking coins for dollars. We're like,
You just throw the coins at them.
you throw them on the stage. We're like, what the fuck are we supposed to do with these?
They're
Like,
called loonies, aren't they?
well, they have loonies and toonies. They have ones and twos. But so we were like, wait, did like, what are we? How do we? We were so confused. We didn't know how to
So
do
here's
it.
what I-
We sat there for like an hour, just like, we don't know what to
Here's
do.
what I picture. I
Take a
picture
rubber
like
band and throw them.
the door opens, right? And you hear Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard.
Of course.
And then this girl comes to the stage and there's Moody and he's standing there and he's like, I got 5 loonies, baby, take it off. She's like getting hit with coins like,
I had my change
I
purse.
should have went to school, eh?
I had my little little smiley face coin purse that you'd squeeze and it would pop open.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
So the idea for Shape of Water
Anyways,
formed during Del Toro's breakfast with Daniel Krauss in 2011, with whom he later co-wrote the novel Troll Hunters. It shows similarities
movie, by
to
the
the 2015 short film The Space Between Us. It was also primarily
Dave
inspired by. It is. Isn't that? Yeah, that
it
is.
sounded like a retarded Kermit the Frog. Wait. Sorry. A
Mentally handicapped.
Yes.
Hey ho, satellite in my eyes.
What the fuck is going on today? So it was also primarily inspired by Del Toro's childhood memories of seeing Creature from the Black Lagoon and wanting to see the Gill Man and Kay Lawrence, played by Julie Adams, succeed in their romance.
Okay, time out.
Oh boy.
Troll Hunters. I think I've seen this.
It's an animated one.
Oh, it's animated.
Yeah.
Have you seen them? I don't know if it's called Troll. It's Troll something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And they're in
about.
Alaska,
Yeah.
and they're giant fucking giants.
No, they're giant fucking giants.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know the movie you're talking about. I've never seen it though.
I thought that was Troll Hunters.
It might be. I think that's just Troll Hunter.
Oh, okay.
I know what you're talking about. Though.
You know,
I
we have
haven't seen
Google on your phones. This is a thing. You guys can actually look that up real quick.
We
if you want
could.
to. Yeah.
it, but we're not going to.
Read the script.
We'd rather be wrong and sound like idiots.
When Del Toro was in talks with Universal to direct a remake of Creature from the Black Lagoon, he tried pitching a version focused more on the creature's perspective, where the creature ended up together with the female lead, but the studio executives rejected the concept, which actually sounds kind of cool.
I'd reject it too. It sounds like shit to me.
Jesus Christ. Del Toro.
That's why you work at a fucking printing
That's
company.
right.
So Del Toro set the film during the 1960s Cold War era to counteract today's heightened tensions. Quote, "If I say Once Upon a Time in 1962, it becomes a fairy tale for troubled times. People can lower their guard a little bit more and listen to the story and listen to the characters and talk about the issues rather than the circumstances of the issues." End quote. In an interview with IndieWire about the film. He also says, this movie is a healing movie for me. For 9 movies, I rephrased the fears of my childhood, the dreams of my childhood, and this is the first time I speak as an adult about something that worries me as an adult. I speak about trust, otherness, sex, love, where we're going. These are not concerns that I had when I was 9 or 7. Well, I fucking hope not. Talking about sex and shit? What the fuck? Did you think about that at 9?
I don't know what the fuck I was doing when I was 9.
Still had a beard.
Oh yeah, I was starting. Duh.
This 9-year-old Moody run into the Christmas tree, opens up a box, and it's a Bic razor. He's like, yay!
So The Shape of Water grossed 60...
How many years did they hold you back, bro?
3.
I'm really a 3rd grader, I promise.
The Shape of Water grossed $63.9 million in the United States and Canada and $131.4 million in other countries for a total of
we gotta watch it.
$195.2 million. Yeah.
I've heard it's good. I haven't seen it. I've heard it's good. I don't know.
That's what, everybody says it's amazing, but
It's got a ton of good reviews. It's got a ton of it won a bunch of awards, a ton of fucking critic accolades and shit like that. So
it's been done before. Like,
What
know?
has?
The movie, the theme.
it's not like Splash at all.
It's like Aquaman.
It's nothing like Aquaman.
Yeah, it's like Little Mermaid.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So Pinocchio is an upcoming motherfucker
Jesus
stop motion
Christ.
animated musical.
Holy shit.
It's a dark fantasy film co-written and directed by Guillermo Del Toro based on Grizz Grimley's design from his 2002 edition of the 1883 Italian novel The Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi. It was written from a screenplay by Del Toro, Grizz Grimley, Patrick McHale, and Matthew Robbins, and a story by Del Toro and Robbins. The film marks the animated feature film directorial debut of Guillermo Del Toro. In 2008, Guillermo Del Toro announced that his next project, a darker adaptation of the Italian novel The Adventures of Pinocchio, was in development.
It's awesome.
He has called Pinocchio
That's gonna
his
be
passion
fucking good,
project,
dude.
and it's animated.
Yeah.
That'd be
It's like
cool.
stop motion. Yeah.
He has called Pinocchio his passion project, stating that, quote, "No art form has influenced my life and my work more than animation, and no single character in history has had as deep of a personal connection to me as Pinocchio." And, quote, "I've wanted to make this movie for as long as I can remember." Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
February 17, 2011, it was announced that Grizz Grimley and Mark Gustafson would co-direct a stop-motion animated Pinocchio film written by Guillermo Del Toro and Matthew Robbins, based by Grimley's designs, with Del Toro producing along with the Jim Henson Company.
Oh, hi.
And Pathé. I'm not sure what Pathé is. On May 17, 2012, Del Toro took over for Grimley. On February 2012, Del Toro released some concept art with the designs of Pinocchio, Geppetto, the Talking Cricket, Mangiofuku, and the Fox and the Cat. On July 30th, 2012, it was announced that the film would be produced and animated by Shadow Machine. Machine. Kill them all, Machine.
Shadow Machine's pretty badass, by the way.
What do they do?
They make stop motion films.
You have no idea. Dude.
I sold you for like 2 seconds.
You did for a second.
You're like, oh,
I know you know a lot about movies. So the second you said that, I was like, oh, really?
I mean, Google it. It's for real.
So on January 23rd, 2017, Patrick McHale was announced to co-write the script with Del Toro on August 31st, 2017. Del Toro told IndieWire and at the 74th Venice International Film Festival that the film needs a budget increase of $35 million more or it would be canceled. On November 8th, 2017, he reported that the project was not happening because no studios were willing to finance it. At one point, Matthew Robbins considered making the movie as a 2D animated film with French artist Johann Sfar to bring the cost down, but Del Toro eventually decided that it had to be stop motion, even if the higher budget made it harder to get greenlighted. However, on October 22nd, 2018, it was announced that the film had been revived with Netflix acquiring it.
Yeah, but Netflix is shit. Like, they ruined fucking Dark Crystal. Dark Crystal was amazing, and
real
they
quick,
canceled it.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of any of those.
I thought it was all right.
It was fucking awesome, dude.
Dark Crystal, the new one? I thought it was pretty good.
It was really good.
The new one or the old one?
The new one.
New one.
Oh, I thought you said they ruined it.
They did. Well, they canceled
it.
Oh, because they canceled it. I thought you meant they ruined it by making it.
Because everybody wants
I was
that
like-
fucking Star Wars money.
So, so real quick, he does have another one in production called Nightmare Alley. It's going to be directed by him and screenplay by him and Kim Morgan, based on a novel by the same name. It's about an ambitious young carny
Yeah.
with a talent for manipulating people with a few well-chosen words, hooks up with female psychiatrist who is even more dangerous than he is.
Ooh.
Listen to this cast, though. It's got Bradley Cooper as the carny.
Awesome.
Kate Blanchett is the psychiatrist.
Awesome.
And then you have Willem Dafoe, Toni Collette, Ron Perlman's in it again, Rooney Mara's in it. And then my favorite, I don't know who he is, but his name's Jim Beaver.
Dude, you put Willem Dafoe in anything and I'm in, dude.
Mary Steenburgen.
I know Mary
She's in
Steenburgen.
there, yeah.
She was in oh, why can't I think of the damn name of the movie? Michael,
Yeah.
with John Travolta.
Yeah, with John Travolta.
Yeah. Where he was an angel.
Jim Beaver. Jim Beaver is he is some dude named Bobby Singer in the show Supernatural. He was also in Deadwood.
Okay.
And Justified.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know who it is. Yeah.
Leave it to Beaver.
I just like his name, Jim Beaver.
So that is the film history of director Guillermo Del Toro.
So those are just the films that he himself directed.
Correct.
He's produced a fuckload.
Yeah, he's been involved in a lot of shit.
So the big distinction is when you direct it, you're the one that's saying, do this, do that. This is what we're doing. When you produce it, you essentially... most of the time, producers are just putting money in.
Right.
They're like, "Here's the money. Do what you want to do."
Well, so when so a producer will sometimes have like a say so and stuff, but when you have someone that's an executive producer, that is someone that's literally just the bank. They're cash. They're
executive producer's all money.
Yeah, it's all money.
Producer. If you're a producer, you generally are a money guy, but you maybe have some say.
You got a little say so in it, right? Yeah. So a little bit more on his life here. He was married to Lorenza Newton, cousin of Mexican singer Guadalupe Pineda.
Yeah.
All right.
He used to jam with Esteban.
Yeah.
I think it's a girl.
No, it's the same thing.
Esteban.
Esteban.
You too can play like Esteban.
Hold up. Funny shit.
Oh, man.
When I worked at Guitar Center, it's a sidebar. It's fine. It's funny. We had a used Esteban guitar in there, right? And they sell those things for like $300 fucking on Home Shopping Network or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We had a used one there for like $30 and we sold it. And then literally like an hour after we sold it, fucking Esteban came in the Guitar Center.
No way.
We were like, holy shit, it's probably a good thing we didn't have his guitar up there for
like
30
the Esteban?
Yes.
What Guitar Center? Mayfield? What the hell was he doing in Mayfield?
I don't know, but listen,
What the hell was he doing in Ohio?
I do have something to say, and that is that fuck Guitar Center. Completely and totally.
Yeah.
Still?
I will never, ever, ever.
Dude, they completely changed. There's like 2 people working in Guitar Center now.
So I went in there the other day.
So shitty compared to what we...
Only because I had to get cables for our new camera and stuff. So I walked in there. It took freaking forever. Yeah, hi, by the way, up there. I walked in there, and the guy's like, oh, it's going to be a minute. I got to help these people out.
Yeah,
and I'm
they
like,
don't have people in each department like they used to.
And I'm like, dude, that's fine. Whatever. Just take your time. I'm just getting these few different, cables or whatever. And I hear these people over here talking about a keyboard. And they're like, I don't know, they were Latino of some sort or whatever. And, I hear them talking back and forth and then talking to him in English and back and forth. And he's like, well, that's the only one we have is the floor model. And the guy's like, well, can you sell me the floor model? And he's like, yeah, for sure I can do that. He was like, well, take any money off of it. He's like, oh, no, I can't do that.
Yep.
And I'm standing there and I'm going, first of all, yes, you can. And then I'm thinking to myself, and he goes, well, can I talk to a manager? Can a manager take it down for me? And the kid literally looks at the guy and goes, well, you could, but he's just going to tell you the same thing. And I was like, you motherfucker.
So here's the thing with that though.
I used to work at Guitar Center, so I know.
Here's the thing. They got bought out. They used to be a private company. Then they got bought out when I still worked there by this big like fucking conglomerate. And they literally said that like at the end of when I was still working there, they took everybody's power away. Like the only person that can take any money off of any kind of product now is the GM of the store. Like I used to be able to do whatever the fuck I wanted to because I was assistant manager. Like you can't do anything now unless you're the store manager.
That's so dumb.
So they literally, you can't do that anymore. They won't let you make deals and take money off.
Yeah. So hey, Guitar Center, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck
You can buy anything you can get at Guitar Center and Amazon anyways.
Absolutely.
Cheaper.
A day.
Cheaper. Yeah.
Go in there.
Faster.
Hey, do me a favor. Go in there, play it, waste the fucking person's time, and then go buy it online somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Just
So
not from Guitar Center online.
So Del Toro and his wife have 2 children. He started dating Lorenza when both were studying at the Instituto de Ciencias in Guadalajara. Del Toro and Newton separated in early 2017 and divorced in
bummer.
September of the same year.
He said he had problems with sex. Remember? That was The Shape of Water.
That was when he was 9, though.
Well,
No, he said he didn't think about sex when he was 9.
yeah.
Maybe that's his problem.
Yeah.
So he maintains residences in Toronto and Los Angeles and returns to Guadalajara every 6 weeks to visit his
Toronto,
family.
hey.
Hey, Canadians.
All right. I like Toronto. Toronto's good.
So he also owns 2
Except for the Maple
houses.
Leafs.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Hockey
Sorry,
guy.
Toronto.
Hockey guy. He also owns 2 houses devoted exclusively to his collections of books, poster artwork, and other belongings pertaining to his work.
He owns houses just to hold his shit.
Just to hold his shit.
It's pretty awesome.
That's pretty fucking
that's
amazing.
That's a baller move.
You
right
can
there.
actually go
It is,
online,
dude.
and if
It's
you go
totally
online
baller.
and you look up his houses or just kind of Google his name, you can see the inside of his house and all the cool shit he's got.
I'd love to walk through it.
Yeah.
Just be like,
Do you think the agent, like the realtor agent, was like, "Oh, this is like a great family room"? He's like, "I don't give a fuck. It has
cool.
to hold books.
I'm just going to have all my books and shit
How many
in it.
bookshelves can I put in this bitch?"
So he explains, quote, as a kid, I dreamed of having a house with secret passages in a room where it rained 24 hours a day.
A room where it rained?
24 hours a day. The point of being over 40 is to fulfill the desires you've been harboring since you were 7. Well, I mean, yeah, get what you want when
Does
you're
he
older,
have-
right?
Did he make that happen? Does he have a room where it rains 24 hours?
He said that's what he used to dream about, so I don't know, maybe he does. That'd be
I'll have to
pretty
look
cool.
into that.
So in a 2007 interview, Del Toro described his political position as, quote, a little too liberal. He pointed out that villains in most of his films, such as the Industrialist in Kronos, the Nazis in Hellboy, and the Francoisists in Pan's Labyrinth, are united by the common attribute of authoritarianism. Quote, I hate structure. I'm completely anti-structural in terms of believing in institutions. I hate them. I hate any institutionalized social, religious, or economic holding. Jeez. Say what you feel, brother.
Until he's got to sell one of his book houses to pay for taxes.
So Del Toro was raised Catholic, like we talked about. In a 2009 interview with Charlie Rose, he described his upbringing as excessively morbid, saying, quote, I mercifully lapsed as a Catholic, but as Buñuel used to say, I don't know what Buñuel is.
Bunal.
Is that Boomhauer? That's Boomhauer used to say. Yeah, but man.
Bobber.
So he said, as Buñuel used to say, I'm an atheist, thank God. Though insisting that he is spiritually, quote, not with Buñuel, and that, quote, once a Catholic, always a Catholic in a way, he concluded, quote, I believe in man. I believe in mankind as the worst and the best that has happened to this world. He has also responded to the observation that he views his art as his religion by saying, quote, it is, to me, art and storytelling serve primal spiritual functions in my daily life, whether I'm telling a bedtime story to my kids or trying to mount a movie or write a short story or novel. I
Imagine
take it very
his fucking
seriously.
bedtime stories.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
If you were his kid, Jesus Christ, the shit he probably puts in your head.
You'd probably grow up either really fucked up or really fucking into the shit.
Yeah.
So he says here, nevertheless, I don't know why I put a T in the end of that. That's really good. Nevertheless,
Jesus Christ.
it's just like Hinterkaifeck. I was
Yeah,
doing that
yeah.
last one. Yeah. So nevertheless, he became a raging atheist. after seeing a pile of human fetuses while volunteering at a Mexican hospital. He has claimed to be horrified by the way the Catholic Church complied with Francois Spain, down to having a character in his film quote what actual priests would say to Republican faction members in concentration camps. Upon discovering the religious beliefs of C.S. Lewis, Del Toro has stated that he no longer feels comfortable enjoying his work, despite having done so beforehand. He describes Lewis as, quote, too Catholic for him, despite the fact that Lewis was never a Catholic. Jesus. However, Del Toro isn't entirely disparaging of Catholicism, and his background continues to influence his work. While discussing The Shape of Water, Del Toro discussed the Catholic influence on the film, stating, quote, a very Catholic notion is the humble force or the force of humility that gets revealed as a godlike figure toward the end. It is also used in fairy tales. In fairy tales, in fact, there is an entire strand of tales that would be encompassed by the title, The Magical Fish, and it's not exactly a secret that a fish is a Christian symbol, end quote. Oh man, he's getting all kinds of obi-dobi whatever here. So in 2010, Del Toro revealed that
real quick.
What?
Sorry. I did find out about he does have a rain room in his house. It's not what it's yeah.
He gets a fucking round of applause for that one.
It's not what you would think though. It's not how you would think it would be.
It's like it's one drop coming from the ceiling because he didn't roof right.
No. It says one of the more fabled aspects of the actual Bleak House it's what it's called is his Bleak House.
Bleak House
is Del Toro's famous rain room. It is the stuff of moody teen dreams, not mine.
Wait, your teen dreams?
Apparently, I don't know.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I have to talk to him about that.
You have wet dreams when you were a teen?
What do you mean when?
Well, it's raining.
When I was I still?
Why does it have to be encompassed by only being a teen? Like,
it says it's outfitted with windows that give the illusion of a perpetual downpour. It says he does most of his writing in the rain room, and inside you'll find collections of Edgar Allan Poe, including 6 stuffed ravens, care of the Royal Ontario Museum.
Huh. Look at that.
It says also in his house, apparently he's got like life-size statues of all of like the monsters from Pan's Labyrinth.
I did hear
that
that.
kind of shit.
I did hear that he actually
has it's got a fucking giant Frankenstein head. Like when you walk in, I just saw a picture of it. It's fucking huge, like above the staircase.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet, dude.
In 2010, Del Toro revealed that he was a fan of video games, describing them as, quote, the comic books of our times, and, quote, a medium that gains no respect among the intelligentsia. He has stated that he considers Echo and Shadow of the Colossus to be masterpieces. You guys ever played either one of those?
Echo the Dolphin?
It's Echo, ICO.
Echo the Dolphin.
What's the other one?
That's from Sega Genesis, bro.
I've never heard of that one. I've heard of Shadow of the Colossus. I've never played either one, though.
Yeah.
So he has cited gadget invention, travel and adventure, cosmology of Kyoto, asteroids, and Galaga as his favorite video games.
Dude, Galaga's the shit.
Asteroids? Fuck yeah, dude. Del Toro's favorite film monsters are Frankenstein's monster, the alien, Gillman, Godzilla, and The Thing. Frankenstein in particular has a special meaning for him in both film and literature, as he claims he has a, quote, a Frankenstein fetish to a degree that is unhealthy, and that it, quote, is the most important book of my life.
Shit in his house that was saying he's got a ton of Frankenstein shit.
Says, so if I get to it, whenever I get to it, it will be the right way. So he wants to do a Frankenstein movie. Yeah. He has Brazil, Nosferatu, Freaks, and Bram Stoker's Dracula listed among his favorite films. Del Toro is also highly interested in Victorian culture. He said, quote, I have a room in my library at home called the Dickens Room. It has every work by Charles Dickens, Wilkie Collins, and many other Victorian novelists, plus hundreds of works about Victorian London and its customs, etiquette, architecture. And I'm a Jack the Ripper aficionado, too. My museum/home has a huge amount of ripperology in it.
That's awesome.
It's pretty
Dude, I'd
badass.
like to hang out with this guy.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd be
He sounds cool, dude. He really does.
I just want a room for stuff. That's badass. Like, this is my SpaghettiO room because I love SpaghettiOs. I have all different kinds from different years.
And he's got 2 houses that he just puts shit in.
Yeah.
All right. So earlier we mentioned that his father was kidnapped. And he actually said that his interaction with that film studio was worse.
Miramax.
Was worse than the kidnapping. So around 1997, Del Toro's father, Federico Del Toro Torres, was kidnapped in Guadalajara. Del Toro's family had to pay twice the amount originally asked for as a ransom immediately after learning of the kidnapping.
Dude, this is like, okay, I'm not sidetracking. This is related. I've talked to Davey about this many times, and he was telling me like this happens all the fucking time down there.
It's fucking brutal.
He was telling me how he got a note about them threatening to kidnap his daughter, and he had to change his fucking phone number and all this shit.
Dude,
it happens all the time down there. Still.
There's a stat.
It's fucking crazy, man.
There's a statistic that just dropped today that I believe that it's either 750 or 850
like a new album.
1,000.
Just dropped today.
Like 750 to 850,000 people are missing in Mexico right now.
Yeah, the fucking cartels are killing them all.
Like it's
stealing them and killing
fucking
them.
crazy.
But he talks about it all the time. He's always like changing his phone numbers and shit.
Yeah, dude,
because
you have
like,
to.
He gets
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Well, immediately after the learning of the kidnapping, fellow filmmaker James Cameron, a friend of Del Toro since they met during the production of 1993's Kronos, withdrew over $1 million in cash from his own personal bank account and gave it to Del Toro to help him pay the ransom.
He handed it to, he's like,
but can you imagine that though?
All swinging his dick back and forth.
Can you imagine? Like, hey, yeah, I'm sorry. Here's $1 million. You know what I mean?
We need better friends.
Look,
in reality,
I was gonna say we'd be fucked.
Yeah. In reality, he took that $1 million and just put it towards his next film.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, James.
Built a new room in his.
Like this is how it would go down. This is how it would go down if it was one of us. I would call you. I'd be like, dude, I need like a bunch of money. My kids got kidnapped. You'd be like,
prank caller, click.
That sucks, dude. You should. Can you get a loan from a bank or
I'd hang up and be like, save it for the podcast. Click.
Sorry, Brad. So
if you guys need anything, just let me know. Dude, I could really use some. Well, anyways, so you fucks.
So after the ransom was paid, Federico was released, having spent 72 days kidnapped. The culprits were never apprehended, and the money of both Cameron and Del Toro's family was never recovered.
Does it say what they did to him? Like what he went through?
It doesn't say. It says the event prompted Del Toro, his parents, and his siblings to move abroad. In 2008 interview with Time magazine, he said that the kidnapping about his father, quote, every day, every week, something happens that reminds me that I am in involuntary exile from my country.
So they put him in a dark room. They played Justin Bieber on loop, and then they made him eat Taco Bell.
This isn't real Mexican.
I know, exactly.
baby.
Over and over.
You monsters. Have a chalupa. Fuck you.
Yeah. Here's a cinnamon twist. Crunch.
That is totally fucking. By the way, are they bringing that back?
What?
Aren't they bringing? They got rid of the what's the one
Mexican pizzas.
The Mexican pizzas.
Dude, a lot of places still serve it though. The last couple times I've gone there, they still have it.
Because so many people like freaked out when they said they were going to get rid of it.
Can't get rid of the Mexican pizza, dude.
Mexican pizza.
No, I can't get rid of that.
I like it. I actually have a friend of mine who works for the school systems, and he brought me home some Mexican pizzas.
Fiestadas? Yeah.
Nice.
I just told him, I was like, dude, I haven't had one in like
you put those in the air
30
fryer,
years.
man. They're really good.
Hell yeah, dude.
So let's talk about some upcoming projects, and then we'll move on to we have a WTF this week, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
But I also want to talk about his movies a little bit further too. So upcoming projects in 2008, Del Toro announced Pinocchio, like we talked about, a dark stop-action motion picture. And the project's been developed for over a decade. The pre-production now was begun by the studio Shadow Machine in 2017.
Shadow Machine.
What do you think is going to grow when he lies? It's not going to be his nose.
I really hope that it's his nose. Yeah. All right. And in December of 2017, Searchlight Pictures announced that Del Toro would direct a new adaptation of the 1946 novel Nightmare Alley
there it is.
by William Lindsay Gresham, the screenplay of which he co-wrote with Kim Morgan. In 2019, it was reported that, like you said, Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett, Toni Collette, and Rooney Mara had closed deals to star in the film, which went into production
I must have missed this part in there.
in January of 2020.
Who was Toni Collette in?
She was in that fucking. She was the mom in. Was it Hereditary?
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah.
Who? Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in the what's it called? The Sixth Sense.
She's been in a ton. No, she wasn't.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, the mom in Hereditary.
it's not the same lady.
Yeah, you're thinking of someone else.
Hereditary, where the little girl gets her head cut
That's
off.
Bobby Collette, her sister.
No, Toni Collette is not in Sixth Sense.
That's the mom in Sixth Sense. That's the little boy's. That's the mom.
That's
Look
not
it up.
Toni.
Look it up.
Is it Toni Collette?
I
There's
don't
no
think
way.
so.
We just watched that the other day with my kids too.
Yeah.
Literally like a week ago.
Will you let me know because
Dude,
I'm pretty
there
sure
you
that
go.
is.
There's the pictures.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
If it is, it didn't look like her at all.
So a couple of facts real quick before we move on to WTF about our boy here, Guillermo Del Toro, which, by the way, please go watch his movies because he's a fantastic writer, director, everything. Despite loving horror, Del Toro can't stand the sight of real blood or witnessing pain. Think about that. You're a horror film pioneer.
He needs to stay out of my bathroom then. Every time I pee, there's
After
a lot
you
of
pee.
pain. Yeah.
Holy shit, that was Tony Collette.
Oh, wait,
You're
really?
right, dude. All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
The other thing that most people don't know is that dude at the beginning that shoots him is
That's
fucking
Donnie
Donnie
Wahlberg,
Wahlberg.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Dude, he looked totally different. He lost like, I don't know, 1 million pounds to be
Yeah,
that
dude.
just skinny and had like spots
Yeah.
all over him and shit.
Yeah.
Let's see, a couple other facts here about him. Del Toro refers to his creative process as eye protein because the content is not only beautiful, but it tells a story.
Very nice.
As he sips his wine glass, like,
His favorite mythical beasts are dragons. When he was a child, Del Toro wrote a letter to his hero, Forrest Ackerman, who is the editor of Famous Monsters of Filmland, asking to be adopted.
it's amazing.
Dear Mr. Ackerman, can you please adopt me? Del Toro's dad found the letter before he could actually send it out. That's
You have
probably
a
a good
dragon.
thing.
Dragons are cool. Can I come live with you? I'll bring my lunchbox.
Oh, jeez. Del Toro's influences are varied in genre, bending ranging from the Edgar Allan Poe to Disney to the Bronte sisters. While Del Toro has been a film and TV creator for more than 20 years, his start in filmmaking goes back to the short films as a child. Oh yeah, this is the one talking about the serial killer potato, which I would love to see that.
Yeah.
God, that'd be great. He believes fairy
They
tales
also
and horror
feel like
movies.
made like a new version of that, like a full
The killer
full-length
potato
feature, dude.
Well, we got Attack of the Killer Tomato. Why not do
Yeah,
potato?
fuck it, dude.
He believes fairy tales and horror films are inherently political, as we talked about a little bit before. Del Toro purchased a second home. We said he had 2 homes, with the sole purpose of housing his beloved literature and art collections, known as the Bleak House, like you said.
Yep.
This house is filled with over 100 skulls, most of which are fake.
Gotta get a couple of real ones in there.
Most. I just like how it says
Yeah.
that. It prefaces that. And contains roughly 50,000 comic books and magazines and much more. But if you ask him, he would tell you he definitely isn't a hoarder. He is currently directing what he calls a strange and disturbing animated version of Pinocchio. We
Yep.
talked about that again, so that should be coming out soon. Del Toro is a massive Hellboy fan. In order to direct it, he turned down, as we talked about, doing Blade Trinity. Oh, shit.
He was supposed to do the third one, yeah.
He turned down Blade Trinity, Alien vs. Predator, and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. That's pretty
That would have been
awesome.
like a completely different movie.
Yeah,
too.
he actually turned those all down.
You know, I've never
Also,
seen
so-
one Harry Potter movie.
I haven't either.
Ever.
So we were talking about The Hobbit earlier, and you had asked about that. He was supposed to direct the Hobbit movies,
Yeah.
but there was like, due to the time constraints and like they kept pushing it back and stuff. It says right here that he basically, it says it wasn't an easy decision for him. It was a difficult situation in his life, but due to the continued delays and unreasonable time commitments, he couldn't direct it. But he, if you look at the credits, he's still listed as co-writer, so he helped write the Hobbit movies.
That makes sense. There's a lot of parts in those movies that are kind of dark.
Yeah,
So just to run through his movies again real fast, because Rotten Tomatoes has actually rated them.
he's a huge fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That's awesome.
Oh, he was in an episode.
What? What episode?
It says he has appeared on the show as the delightfully insane Pappy McPoyle.
Why do I not remember that character?
You know the McPoyles?
I know the McPoyles, yeah,
he's their dad. That's him.
That's
It's like a
awesome.
leprechaun, dude.
Show Jeff real quick. If you guys aren't hip to Always Sunny, dude, you guys gotta
It says-
seriously get hip.
It says Sunny Star Charlie Day offered him the part after the two worked together on Pacific Rim.
That's amazing. So going through his movies real quick, we actually went through them all, but we're just gonna rate them as far as Rotten Tomatoes is concerned. Number 10. What do you
Are
think?
these just, is this directed or is this everything?
These are his directed
like
movies.
directed and produced or just
These,
directed?
it just says his movies. So I don't know. It only goes to 10 of them anyway. So number
right.
10, what do you think, Jeff, since you can't see this?
That's like the worst one.
Of the ones that we were talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably one of the earlier ones, I would imagine.
Would you know?
I don't know.
It's
gotta
Blade
be-
2.
Really?
Yeah, Blade 2 is number 10.
I
They
can't
made a
believe
shit ton of money there.
Yeah,
I can't believe that one is behind some of the other ones.
Blade 2 is only a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes, where Mimic, on the other hand, number 9, is 64%.
See, I feel like Blade 2 should be ahead of Mimic.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Pacific Rim is 72% at number 8. Crimson Peak, which I haven't seen,
That's a good
72% on at number 7. Hellboy, 81% at number 6. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
So Hellboy 2 is actually in front of Hellboy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, right? Number 5, Kronos. Haven't seen that yet, but now I have to see it. Number
I gotta
4,
see it. I gotta see that.
The Devil's Backbone. Haven't seen that
good.
either.
That's good, man.
Number 3, The Shape of Water, which we all have to see. 92%.
That's number 2.
That's number 2. And of course, number
one.
1, Pan's fucking Labyrinth, because it's amazing. And I could watch it over and over again. It's
I haven't
creepy
seen
as
that
shit.
in so long. I gotta go back and watch that again.
It's creepy as shit. Now, listen, we have some new shit going on and a new setup, and we're in a new part of the studio and doing all this stuff. So I don't have the WTF intro, but Jeff, we have a WTF this week.
Yeah, so Christmas is
What
There you go.
How's that?
Christmas is it's coming up here in like what, 2 weeks?
Christmas is
Show enough.
So I just wanted to real quick. I wanted to. This is mind blowing. Okay, I wanted to do the top 10 gifts for this year according to Amazon, because everybody shops on Amazon, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So according to Amazon, these are the top 10 gifts that people are buying this year.
Okay.
All right, which is odd.
Dude, this is just gonna piss me off.
Oh yeah, it makes you really think about like people and like what the fuck.
Like,
how
is
are
this for
these-
kids or is this just
It's
in general?
all across the board.
Well,
Okay.
first and foremost, we all hate people in general.
Yeah,
The
that's
only
true.
people we don't hate are the people listening to this podcast right now. Everyone outside of that. Oh, you stop it.
That's only because we don't know them personally.
Stop it. That's not nice. I love you all.
Look, can we just be honest? I'm sure there's a lot of assholes that listen to this podcast.
Yeah, but because we're assholes.
Fair enough, but that doesn't.
particularly in New Zealand, right? Thank you guys.
All right, Jeff, what do you got?
It only takes one.
All right, so this is like, I guess it's not in a really 1 to 10 order. It's just a list of what everybody's buying. So there is no like 10 per se, like, you know, one better than the other. So anyways,
Can't wait to hear what I'm getting for Christmas.
here we go. One of the gifts is beginner harmonica, the blues key of C.
That's
It
a
is-
top gift.
Wait,
It's a top gift.
beginner harmonica. Well, at least it's a musical.
A $10 harmonica.
At least it's a musical
I have
item.
a harmonica at home, and I have a learn how to play harmonica. I thought it would be easy. It is not easy.
I gotta admit, if I got a harmonica for Christmas, I'd be pretty pissed off.
My dogs fucking hate it. They howl every time you start to play it, dude.
Yeah.
Is it a $10 harmonica?
No, it was like a $30 harmonica.
All right.
I mean, I got it for
Oh.
$10 because I worked at Guitar Center at the time.
so it is a $10 harmonica.
Nice.
All right.
So that's one of them. Another one is this. I'm assuming this is for kids, but I would still play with it. It's moving targets for Nerf guns,
Okay.
and it
sure.
looks like a little shooting gallery where the targets move, kind of like
Nice.
you do at Cedar Point.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good gift.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I'd fucking
Unless you don't have a Nerf gun, then you're fucked.
just throw
Use
it.
your real gun.
Throwing cars at it.
It's a one. If you use a real gun, it's a one-use toy.
Yeah. Pendalo skill toy,
Never heard of it.
which, if you look at it, it's basically a tube
Pendejo.
and a little ball goes in it, like a ping pong ball, and you just,
Wait, let me see this. Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Let me see.
I guess to keep you busy.
Is that like ball in a cup?
I don't know if I could show this on the camera.
Looks like ball in a cup. But instead of a cup, it's just like a constant, like,
See it?
Yeah, I got it. I'm zoomed in on it right now.
That's it.
blurry.
A little blurry, but yeah, whatever.
So that's a gift.
No, it's not. That's a fucking piece of PVC and a
That's
ping
what I
pong
was
ball.
gonna say. That's PVC to ping
You know
pong
what
ball.
though? Fucking millions of
How
people
much is
are
it?
ordering.
How
off
much does it
Amazon.
cost?
$26.
Are you fucking kidding me?
$26
For a
That's a
PVC
prime.
a PVC U elbow
And a ping pong ball.
Get
Yep.
the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Why the fuck are we doing this?
I know.
Because we're not very bright.
Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking pet rock.
All right, next up, this is pretty cool. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex 3D nightlight with a
Ooh.
remote where you can actually change the colors of it.
Yeah, my granddaughter would probably love that.
All right, my
That's
kid
pretty
would
good.
like that.
That's
yeah.
a good one. Next up, we have LED lights for your bicycle tire.
Okay. Do kids still ride bikes?
My kids love riding their
guess.
bikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That's cool.
bikes are sold out this year from
Yeah,
the
'cause of
thing.
COVID.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
mean, bikes are big right now.
I remember right after they shut everything down, I went to Walmart for something to get food or whatever, and they had no bikes. There was like one. I was like, Jesus.
Next up, we have a prayer journal for women.
A what?
A prayer journal.
Oh, you know what? I have that.
Do you now?
Why is it gotta be for women,
it's
dude?
it's a $10 paperback, and it says prayers for your women.
And so it just has a bunch of prayers in
Each
it?
page has a special prayer, and you can write down your own. Blessed be thy name.
What's the difference? What are there specific prayers for women?
I guess. I mean, I'm sure your wife has specific prayers for you.
Yeah, like that I don't ever come home again.
Dear Lord, please get him in an accident on the way home.
The life insurance is in. Please take him. He's like, he knows it's true.
Fuck, dude.
All right,
She'd be better off without me.
Next up is Star Nightlight. So it's essentially like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it puts stars over it. So my son has one of these.
Yeah. My kids had one of those
it's
too.
really cool.
That's cool.
They had one that was like a pillow that had that in it.
A pillow?
A pillow?
No, a pillow.
Is that after milk?
Pillow.
Oh.
Is that where you get your milk?
Pillow.
Everyone's ears are rupturing right now. Stop it.
And next up, we have the $1 Billion Art Gallery. It's a box. It looks like a Roku box. You plug it into your TV, and it loops art pictures on your TV. So you basically turn your TV into an art gallery.
So it's like the artist version of the fucking fake fireplace at Christmas time?
Exactly.
I mean,
it displays 500 of the world's most iconic paintings.
That's actually kind of cool, to be honest with you.
$34.
I don't know if it's
with
$34 cool, but yeah.
But there's that.
Can't you... They have like picture frames that you can buy for like $20 that you can load in whatever
if you have a
want
smart
to.
TV,
do
you
the
can
same
get it
thing.
on YouTube. Just
yeah, pretty much.
video
You get the
on it.
fake fireplace on YouTube.
Yeah. Next up, we have gloves for kids that are LEDs. They look actually kind of cool. Everything's LEDs this year, but they're light up gloves.
Right on. My kids would love those.
Okay.
So those are $13 on Prime.
Yeah, my nieces all have those like glow up sole shoes and shit. They think it's the greatest thing in the world.
Sure.
And we're getting close here. The last three, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is Three King.
What?
Three King robots.
Wait, 3 King?
There's no space.
Or like
Three King.
Mike Tyson saying streaking.
Three King.
You see, I was freaking out. I was freaking out when I got in the ring with him.
So this is a
Get some Nestle quick.
this is how we all die, basically. So this is a programmable robot that senses music. So when you start playing music,
It
it'll
dances.
actually dance. And
Oh, right.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
How much is it?
$32.
That's not horrible.
We've all seen Chucky. We know how it starts. So
Yeah, well,
don't get it.
yeah.
Next up, we have a kid's camera. It's a digital camera, essentially for ages 3 to 12. It's $39.
I bet you $500 that somebody that's a pedophile made that.
Probably.
Why?
It probably goes to the cloud, to their personal account. Yeah, that's good.
Oh
Good
my
conspiracy
God.
there. You know?
Jesus.
So, anyways, that's $39.
He ain't got shit to do
Okay.
with this.
Ugh. Or does he?
And last up, we have my favorite, which I feel like everybody should buy this gift. It is a calendar of pooping pooches.
It's like
And it's $16.99, well worth every penny.
it's just dogs
And look,
taking a
every
shit.
month it's a dog taking a shit somewhere. Tell me that's not the greatest gift ever. Like,
What did you say earlier? What are we doing this for?
yeah.
We could just
Look, he's pooping in the Grand Canyon.
Dude,
That's amazing.
I could fill a calendar with my dogs in 5 fucking minutes.
Look at this one's in the woods. He's like, I'm just pooping.
I gotta see
here.
that.
It's
I gotta
May.
see that shit like 10 times a fucking day. I don't need a calendar to show it
Here's
to
one
them.
in the snow. You know, it's like, hey, it's cold outside. I'm just taking a poop.
just a dog taking a poop.
So if you're gonna buy a gift, ladies and gentlemen, please get the pooping pooches
Pooping dog calendar.
It's amazing. It's $16.99 on Prime. So that should tell you what we're buying. What the mass amount of people are buying: harmonicas, pooping pooches, killer
that-
robots,
and that is the-
LEDs.
Dude,
A
I
lot
wonder
of
if you
LEDs.
get the robot to pick up the dog poop.
I don't know.
They need to make that dog for sure.
It'd be cool if the
Or a
robot ate
robot.
it. Like
I
it's
feel
just
like
like,
I feel like they,
well, that's how it cleans it up.
it like scoops it. I was like,
Oh my
just like flings it into its
The
own
little
mouth.
kid's like, eat shit, robot. He's like,
And it cries the whole time it's doing it.
it plays Dave Matthews music.
Such a light in my eyes.
So that was this week's
That's our idea right there. Let's sell it.
WTF.
Oh,
We'll put it
fuck,
on
man.
Amazon for $40, dude. Everybody will buy
A
that.
crying robot that eats your dog shit and plays Dave
You don't gotta clean up the
Matthews
shit and plays
Band.
Dave Matthews, so you feel jolly about it. The kids would love it.
Does Dave Matthews make you feel jolly?
No, but I mean, if you're gonna eat shit, you might as well be listening to Dave Matthews, right?
To me, he'd be even more depressed.
Probably the perfect soundtrack.
Yeah. Jesus. All right. So that's just
maybe,
WTF.
maybe Jewel.
Who will save your poop?
Oh my God.
Or no, you know what? You know what would be perfect soundtrack for that? Is fucking Sarah McLachlan. She's on all the goddamn animal videos anyways.
It would have to be slow then. Like you'd have to eat it slow.
That's fine. Just you'd be like,
In the arms of an angel, far away.
It like zooms into the robot's face and it's got a little tear, like trying to wolf it down.
perfect.
So make sure you guys are on the lookout for the new crying, poop-eating robots.
Also, hold on a second. This is on I'm gonna say tape, but that's gonna date me. But this is on tape now. So if that ever comes out,
It's our idea.
we have proof that someone told
We
that idea from
invented
us.
shit-eating robots.
That's right.
That cried at Sarah McLaughlin songs.
All right, passengers. Well, we hope you enjoyed your ride with us on the one and only Guillermo Del Toro.
Neighbor gets over the fence and say, "Hey Bob, where'd you get that shit-eating robot?"
Or you can have different
Amazon
ones
Prime.
too, though. You can do like a heavy metal one that just like flings the shit everywhere.
Multiple genres.
Into the neighbor's yard. It's just like, ah.
You can have one that specifically eats cat puke, right? Like it's got like a maid outfit on, and it looks like the Jetsons maid.
Yeah, and it knows when your cat throws up because
Yeah.
it hears like the.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, oh, hairball detected. Yeah.
Anyway. We want to thank you guys for listening to us as we
It's
discuss
Iron Maiden.
the one and only Guillermo Del Toro, amazing director. Make sure you get out there and watch a bunch of his movies. Watch all of his movies because you should, and that's amazing.
The cat's just sitting there like,
All right, I'm gonna mute you guys.
Trying
I'm
to
gonna
move on.
I'm gonna mute
We won't
in like
let
2
him do
seconds.
it.
Like 2 seconds.
dude, we're Shark Tanking this robot.
Oh my
idea.
god, it's fucking gross.
Mark Cuban.
I say go
Mark
fund
Cuban,
me.
call me, dude. Call me.
GoFundMe account. I think we should make one.
Dude, who wouldn't buy a shit-eating robot that plays Iron Maiden?
That's amazing. That'd be the top gift for sure.
Actually, I think a lot of people would.
That's
to be
what I'm
honest with you.
saying.
Yeah, that would actually sell really well. Anyway,
yeah.
make sure to stop over to our official
You'd be
website.
happy when your dog
Oh
shits
my
in your
God.
house. Like, oh, the dog's shitting in the house. Oh, it's all right. You bring out the little robot. And,
We'll name it Bruce, and it'll play Iron Maiden.
ooh. We'll go. Go ahead.
Why Bruce?
Bruce Dickinson, the singer of Iron Maiden.
I feel like that'd be bad.
Oh, we'd get sued. We'd
Yeah.
have to get permission. But I mean, you know who we could probably convince to
We could
do it?
switch bands.
Gene Simmons would do it because he's a fucking whore for money.
Yeah, but him eating shit as a robot?
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
do it. You're telling me he wouldn't do that? You could fucking like,
His tongue picks it up like
yeah. While Dr. Love is playing in the background.
Can we just
Fucking strutter.
if
Strutter.
I'm on board with this as long as we can call it GG Robot.
Dude, there it is.
GG
That
Robot.
works perfectly.
GG Robot. I
I
love
like
it.
it.
Yeah.
We need to
And
do
he's
this.
dead, so we don't have to worry about him.
We need to do this. All we got to do is take a Roomba vacuum cleaner, dissect it,
Retrofit
and then
it.
build a figure on top
Yeah.
of it. Because it will move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like
Smart
it's gotta
apps.
have a mechanism to
Yeah,
make it like
picks it
swallow
up
the
and then
shit.
fucking eats it.
And like the icon for the app is just a pile of shit. You know, so it's like, oh, Muffy took a shit on the floor. Hey, don't worry. And they hit the app. It's like bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba. It like comes out with LED lights.
Or in the arms of- real slow.
Dude, we'll have a whole line of them.
A whole
dude.
line
Yeah.
specifically.
We'll do all music genres.
Yeah.
Or we
I
could
think
just
it's
make it to where you could upload your own music.
the country one wears boots and it just kicks the shit.
Shit kickers. Shit kicker, dude.
We're on to something here, folks.
It's like on a little wheel with a boot on
Yeah.
it.
Kicks the shit in your neighbor's yard.
We'll call him Yoakum. Cat took shit again. Get Yoakum out.
Merle the robot.
Earl.
Neighbor comes out. We don't even own a dog.
Or Hank the Fourth. Hank the Fourth, the shit kicking robot.
We could have Biggie straws. He's got like little straws and he just like sucks up the shit.
Biggie straw.
Yeah. He's like, baby.
It's disgusting. Plus, I don't think the family of Biggie Smalls would appreciate him in sucking up shit.
Well, he's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's
but his family might get upset about
Him
that.
and Gigi, we ain't gonna worry about
Yeah.
it. We'll just pick dead people.
Yeah.
GG Robot. I love it. That's good.
So you're honoring the dead musicians too at the same time.
Well, picking up cat shit. Like, it's horrible.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna be billionaires off of this.
Yes.
You know the listeners are going to take this and run with it. We were going to do a GoFundMe.
They can't. We have it all documented right here. They can't go anywhere.
No, but they could help us, is what he's
Yeah,
saying.
they could be producers.
Give us ideas.
of the shit robot.
That's what I'm saying.
That is
man.
true.
That's what
We
I'm
got to come up
saying.
with a catchy name for it, though.
This is what your Patreon dollars are going towards. shit robots.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, honestly, it could probably do. I mean, I'd buy one.
Fuck yeah, dude. If I could have a robot to go out and pick up my dog shit that plays Iron Maiden.
You know what we do is we put a lithium battery in the bottom too, so it burns the shit because you don't want to have to sit there and empty it all the time.
Oh, it smells so bad though.
Who cares? It's
No, you just have it. You have it like those, like the Roombas that have like they go to the dock and then it sucks all the shit out of it, and then it goes back out. You know, it has like the
Yeah,
station.
but where's all that shit going?
I don't care. It's not my problem. We'll figure that out later.
That's true. You could just take it outside and dump it.
It needs to have like an incinerator in the back of it.
This could set houses on fire.
Jesus Christ.
That'd be amazing.
Can you imagine
But the incinerator also acts like its own light show. So as it's eating the shit, it's like and it's just
It turns your shit into a pyrotechnic display.
yes, that's perfect.
there's so much awesome in one thing? Like how does it?
Okay, hold on. If we don't,
That's the slogan for it, though. So much awesome in one thing.
Yes.
in one thing, that's what you could. Dude, at minimum, we have to make a fake commercial for this. Like
100%.
But like a real, like we have to do like a live action commercial, not just like
with a
audio.
little kid playing with it. Be amazing. Gigi Robot, you're my favorite.
Spot took a poop on the rug again. Oh, Spot.
Can we call it Fecal Fighter?
Fecal Fighter.
We can make like a whole action figure line of them.
I'm telling you.
Fecal Fighters.
Dude, and then they battle each other. They collect they collect the shit and then they
the
throw
power.
it.
No, the shit gives them the power to battle.
This used to be a TV show now.
Bring your friends over, or your robot over, and have it fight to the death.
The bad guys are like corn and nuts, like the stuff that doesn't digest. You know what I mean?
Clogs them up and
Yeah.
shit.
Colonel Corn versus Fecal Fighters. Who wants to buy a fecal fighter? You do. Like Chance, you do. We can make a whole thing, like an infomercial.
So you're gonna do the theme song for it. I'm gonna come up with a design for it. All right. So I'll design.
I don't even want to know what you're
We need T-shirts too.
We'll design
like,
it.
We need to brand the shit out
I'll
of
make
this.
them. I'll fucking make them, dude. Fecal Fighter t-shirts.
Fecal Fighters.
Yeah, we
have
need like a sweet logo.
I'll design this shit.
You design the logo.
All right. I'm on it.
I'll fucking put them on shirts tomorrow.
Like, help if you get on your microphone.
your food.
They don't want to hear
At this point,
They don't want to hear this.
it's been so derailed at this point, it doesn't even fucking matter. Anyway, make sure you guys are looking out for your Fecal Fighter t-shirts coming soon in 2021.
Talking about shit robots for 20 minutes, dude.
Anyway, stop over to the midnighttrainpodcast.com and place your pre-order for the Fecal Robots.
Yes.
All right, you know what I mean?
First edition Samurai.
Hurry, shit.
What do you think? What do you think price point on these should be?
Oh, $49.95.
Think we could do it for
Yeah,
that though?
for sure. $50, dude, for a robot that eats shit, incinerates.
But I'm
it?
saying,
Yeah,
do you
I mean,
think
it's pretty
LEDs?
do you think we could actually do it for that much money? Is what I'm saying.
Wow, yeah, we'll send it to China.
That's true. It's true.
I mean,
Probably only cost us.
it'll cost us 25
Say
cents
it
per
probably only
robot.
cost us like a few cents.
We got to look into the legal litigation.
You realize we could probably make shit robots for less than they make Jordans for.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And everybody's got a dog or a cat, right?
Yeah.
Huge industry.
Even kids, like your little kid, toddler, poops on the floor. Fucking get the shit robot out. It's going to clean it up.
It's the Fecal Fighter, Jeff.
The Fecal Fighter. I'm sorry. I got to get used to this.
Shit. You can't market shit robot. It's just not. It's got to be Fecal Fighter.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you guys like what you hear from us, and
If you're still listening.
fuck, I hope you do, please consider becoming a producer of the show by heading over to the Midnight
Can't
Train
get 'em in New Zealand,
Podcast, Midnight Train Podcast, and clicking on the Patreon button.
It's a dingo. It's like,
That's specifically for New Zealand.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
ship those specifically to New Zealand.
The dingo.
The dingo robot that eats shit. Yes.
plays Mad Max Thunderdome from Tina Turner.
Yeah.
We don't need another hero. It's like,
No, not my baby.
oh, where's the rim shot? That was the best one yet.
I got rid of the rim. I got to bring the rim shot back.
God.
Well, anyway, you guys can head over to the midnighttrainpodcast.com and click on the Patreon button or go to patreon.com/the Midnight Train Podcast. For as little as $5 a month, you guys can get all kinds of cool shits like custom t-shirt, custom poster, custom sticker, bonus episodes like we're going to be
Fecal Fighter
dropping.
t-shirt.
The Fecal Fighter t-shirt. It's coming. It's coming for sure.
We need a
gonna make
.com.
'em.
Is it taken? Let me look.
Fecalfighter.com. That has to be.
Watch it already be taken.
It has to be. But there's all
If
kinds of
it's a
shit over there
robot,
for
I'm gonna
signing
be
up.
really pissed.
There's all kinds of stuff over there to sign up. And if you're a diehard Midnight Train fan and you want to help produce this motherfucker, of course, the Patreon is for you. For those of you guys that just go, you know what? They're pretty fucking hilarious. We like these guys. You can leave a one-time donation over at PayPal. Just use the email address, the Midnight Train Podcast at gmail.com. Also, hold on.
I'm sorry. I typed in fecal fighter in Google. The first headline that comes up is, here's how a chokehold made a UFC fighter poop in the ring.
Mine was Roblox. Apparently, that video game Roblox. Look, there's even an achievement badge that says fart attack.
Is that an app?
No, Roblox is kind of like Minecraft.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, here's another one. MMA fighter poops herself in the ring.
I think I saw that one.
UFC fighter offered $15,000 for shit-stained shorts.
But .com is available, by the way.
Fecalfighter.com.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Frozen poop pills fight
Dude, you guys
life-threatening
laugh now.
infections.
What if we became millionaires off of this?
Well, I'm in 100%.
We'd be like hanging out on yachts and shit, and people would be like, how did you make all this money? Be like, well,
Shit
I
robots.
thought of a robot that would eat shit.
You know what it reminds me of? It
No, you
reminds
just
me,
tell them robotics.
it reminds me of that movie with Jack Black and Ben Stiller where they come up with
the
poopy
fucking,
gun.
yeah,
Oh, the
you
spray
spray
gun,
it
yeah.
and it disappears.
And they're like, well, where's the shit go?
Yeah.
what the fuck was that called?
I forget, but that I did see that.
What was that called?
Screwed?
No, it's something like that though. Oh, damn it. I can't remember what the hell it's called.
I remember.
Anyway,
that movie though.
Please like, subscribe, and rate us on your favorite podcast platform and over at YouTube. And most importantly, share the Midnight Train to everyone. It takes just a couple of minutes.
It was Screwed. It's fucking Dave Chappelle. Or no, that's
not
a different
Screwed.
movie.
Yeah, that's not it.
With Dave Chappelle.
It's
in
something
it,
like something to do with money, like lucky or unlucky, or I don't know what the fuck it's called, whatever. So anyway, word of mouth is how we're going to get more passengers like you guys on this train and continue to bring you weekly episodes. We cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support. It seriously is awesome, except New Zealand. They don't like us. Envy. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it's called. It had something to do with money, right?
Yeah.
It's green, whatever. So thank you all so much for listening. And welcome back to both these knuckleheads in the room with me. It's nice to have us all back in the room again. As you can tell, we derailed more than we actually talked about.
We
anything.
apologize for most of this episode.
Yeah,
Can I put in a request for the next bio?
sure.
Can we do Tim Burton?
Fuck yeah, we can do Tim Burton.
I feel like he's got enough
who's
stuff.
Tim Burton? I've never heard of this guy.
And Tim Burton to the Trello. That's actually a really good idea.
I think
that
people
one.
would like that.
Yeah, Tim Burton would be really fun to do too.
I mean, I'll try. I don't know who he is. I don't know. Is there a lot of info about him?
A little bit. You might find like 1 or 2 pages.
What's he do?
He's just some guy.
He just hangs out.
makes some movies.
He's a guy.
Shit robots?
He's a professional hangout guy.
Not shit robots.
Oh, he's an influencer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we want to thank you again all so much for listening. And listen, here's your shout out for being so awesome. You can just listen, go and just sign up, man, and we'll talk about you. We'll say your name and I'll probably fuck it up.
If you subscribe to our Patreon, you got first dibs on shit on fecal fighters.
Yeah. You get the
We'll have an
prototypes.
exclusive pre-order for our Patreon subscribers.
At least the shirts for now until the
yeah,
actual thing comes up.
Dude, I'm even thinking like Funko Pops. Like I'm going $1 million industry right here.
Full deep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Full deep, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking toys that fling fake poo.
In a fucking video game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
Like kids love this dumb shit.
Like on your
Absolutely.
phone, just a little one when you're just eating poo.
No, you move the robot and it's like Pac-Man, but you eat shit instead. You know what I mean? And it plays, well, we'll have to come up with we'll have Mushmouth Records do the music.
Billy, what are you doing? Eating shit? Oh, that's good, honey. So listen.
Oh no, Captain Corn's here. Dun, 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 dun.
Kids, like that's the commercials. Like, what do you guys want to do tonight? Eat shit, ma.
It's so gross. So listen, huge thank you to Tess, Heidi, Kaylin, Kevin, Matt, Diana, Christopher, Jacqueline, Katie, Michaela, Ramsey, Tamar, Tommy Speakerbox, the Sisters Skeleton. It's Sisters, by the way. We changed that.
I saw there was a whole thing about that.
It's Sisters. It's
Yeah,
the Sister
Sisters.
Skeleton. But when you say it,
Sisters.
you gotta snap. You gotta snap when you say
It's
it.
a raccoon.
That's right.
Hey, what's in the lunchbox?
Riley, Diane, Alina, Stephanie, Julie, Laura, Cynthia, Kirsten, Dawn, Nicola, Caitlin, Chanel, Alex, Emily Ann, Son of Vasco, Alicia, Frandipai, Danny, Melissa, Grace, Stormy, Eva, Melissa, Wayne, Victoria, Hager, Sean, Chainsaw,
It's drafty in here.
All the pretty iPads.
Jigsaw, Bill, Son, Colin, Todd, David Vallo, Juan, Belen, Ken, and Brad over at Voodoo Vodka. Please make sure you're still get out there and support those guys. They're doing some cool shit. Chef Kevin, Katie
They got their
Brabnick.
Christmas bottles out.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Katie Brabnick, Davey, our Mexican Vato, who's probably going to hate this episode because I fucked up everything.
Oh, he'll love it.
And a very special thank you. Very special thank you to our superhero Patreon producers, Chad Flint, Cheryl Pierce, Chris McLeod, Justin Kowalczyk, Rob Webb from the Funbox Podcast, Christina Skelton, Maria Gibbs. And again, thank you so much, Maria, for our stickers. It's so cool.
Yeah, baby.
I got a couple quick shout outs too.
Okay, Jessica Bartolome, Bill
Sam
Birch,
Squinch.
and Samantha Pickworth. If you want your name to be mentioned on the show, please sign up as a member on our website, or simply become a Patreon producer.
Patreon producer.
Read your square.
There's your last one right there. So would you say you have a shout out?
Green praise.
I just want to shout out to Chad Flint, which we already did, but I want to say thank you for continuing to send me the most amazing Instagram messages.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
he sends me the
You get all
funniest
kinds of shit.
Like, I could be at work and all of a sudden my phone's like, bleep, 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 and I look at it and it's all this like crazy shit he sends me. And it's all awesome and hilarious.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Good.
And then Chef Kevin texted me the other day. He's like, you got another kidney stone. I was like, ah! So, Chef Kevin, thank you for continuing to listen.
That's right.
Yeah.
We thank you guys all so much for listening.
Is he still a chef?
You know, I don't think he is anymore. I'm sure he's going to call me after this and tell me.
Doesn't matter. His
Good.
name's still Chef Kevin.
I think he got a new job.
It's in the notes.
Hopefully he's a stripper and he's making lots of money.
If he's not
Stripper
a chef,
Kevin would be funnier.
if he's
right?
not a chef anymore and he got out of that industry, dude, fuck yes.
I don't know. He'll
Fuck
text
all
me.
that noise.
He'll text me and let me know.
Can we just change his name to Stripper Kevin now?
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
All right, let
absolutely.
me change that in the
He's
notes.
no longer a
right
chef.
now.
Yeah.
You are now Stripper Kevin. All right. It's that easy.
We're just making shit up now.
It is that easy. So listen, thank you guys. Please stay safe out there.
Sorry.
Next week, we're doing something pretty
What are we
awesome, right?
doing? I don't even fucking know.
We're doing fucking creepy Canada.
Oh, that's right. We are doing Creepy Canada.
We're getting, since we found out that we are actually blowing up over in Canada, we are up in Canada. We want to do a creepy episode where we're going to do some creepy shit from Canada.
Oh.
We are going to do some creepy shit.
So we're going to jump in the train and get all stinky and dirty.
Is it like Wayne Gretzky?
It's going to be
is
the
a haunted-
politest fucking ghost hauntings in the world.
It's going to be like, boo, sorry.
Sorry.
Boo, eh? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I scare you?
Sorry.
Father, my poutine is not right.
Oh, sorry.
I have another great story about being in Windsor, by the way. Real
Oh,
quick.
Jesus.
Oh, I bet there's a million of them.
This one has to do specifically with the South Park movie
Okay.
with when the Canadian guy's like, "Hey, fuck you, buddy," right?
Hey, buddy.
So we're at a.
You told this story on a previous
Did
episode.
I tell this one?
Yeah, like
Where we got the
20
bouncer.
episodes ago
We got
you
the
told us
bouncer to
this.
yell "fuck you, buddy."
Yep.
Oh, I was great. Oh, so whatever then. Go back and listen.
You're welcome, listeners.
It's a great story. It's a great story. Maybe I'll tell it next week because it's Canada. Just to piss you guys off.
Thank you guys for listening. We are out of here. Please stay safe. And until next week, choo choo, motherfuckers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Sorry.